is a production of Watlington Shires and Pierce Productions. Welcome to the Wright Chrysler Dodge Ram pregame show. Just like the big game, you have to be prepared.
Good evening, Rough Rider fans, and welcome back. First night of the 2024 season with all the music and dancing and twirling and cheering and three-digit heat, although it's a little cooler tonight.
It is.
That goes with it. I'm Chris Watlington as we begin our 32nd year of doing Rough Rider football. We're very
Judge Ricky Connor and field judge Steve Garrett.
Ready for the 24 campaign.
Yep, you're correct, Mr. Payne. The team's now in its fourth year under Rick Meeks and his system, and by about week 4, 2 years ago, that system had hit a high gear. And remember that year one night ago on opening night, Center scored 80 points, which was an all-time record going back 102 years.
This year, that offense is now retooling.
Right.
Gone is all-time TD passing yardage leader Cash Cross.
Yep.
Gone is record-setting back Caden Dixon.
Yep.
Gone is the all-time single-season touchdown and yardage record holder Lance Wilburn.
Yep.
But the athletes at their positions are more than capable, just lacking experience. That's what they start earning tonight.
Yes, sir. And tonight's opening game, a little different. For the first time in a long time, it's not from the 60s and 70s. It rolls into town. The Jacksonville Indians, who are coming off one of the worst seasons in their storied program's history. They'd love to get off on the right foot this year, Mr. Payne.
That's right. Over the next 25 minutes, going to learn a lot about what Coach Meeks and his staff have seen in the lead up to tonight. We'll also find out a little bit about tonight's Week 1 matchup as well. We'll get a look at the other teams in the district and county and where they stand at the start of this year's race. We'll get you ready for the game here in a couple of minutes. It's the Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show here on YouTube with the Northeast Texas Sports Network. It's the Rough Riders and the Indians live from Rough Rider Stadium, and we'll get you ready coming up next.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the house warming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We said in the intro it's our 32nd year, and
It's how many?
32nd. When we started, we weren't 32 years old.
No.
I mean, more than twice our life ago. And it was a very different deal, passing a little
Chiclet, little microphone, square
plastic
microphone.
It was just basically a raspy phone call back to an AM station.
An old-time bag phone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it's come a long way. And tonight, Shire spent his time putting together our artificially intelligent robot that's going to hopefully follow the game for us. We're testing that.
Our what?
It's an automatic filmer, basically. We have a robot filming the game. Now, Zach Jepson is taking the interesting shots, the up-close and stuff, but the game's being followed by a robot.
Stephen was showing me that where it's programmed to follow the football.
That's programmed
That
to
is
follow the football.
awesome.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
All right.
So
credit to you and Shires putting all that together. Thank you.
And that right there is the guy who did it.
We'll see. I get the credit or the blame, depending on how it turns out.
Oh, no. You blame the equipment. You blame the equipment, but you credit y'all.
But it's exciting because now, we go on the road. It's just the two of us. We have a better chance of getting it filmed instead of, one of us trying to do it. All that.
Yeah, we're going to check that out. We're get that mastered, and we have some other surprises
down the road.
Yeah. And because we got a returning surprise we'll talk about later in the pregame show that I'm excited about.
Yes, exactly. Me too. So what are we going to name the artificially intelligent robot camera person? Zach is on the
right.
He's our human. Who we need to come up with a name. We'll work on that.
Yeah, yes, we will.
If you have any suggestions, let us know. Reginald, the AI cameraman. I like it. It's a good start. It's a good start. Our first show, normally on the pregame show, we talk to a cheerleader or a cheerleader sponsor. We talk to a coach. We try to talk to a player, and we will do that most games. But on the first game, we spend most of our time with our head coach so that we can kind of get a feel for the year. So we're going to be doing that when we come back. And, in fact, we'll just take a break now, and we'll come back. We'll be hearing from Coach Meeks. So stick around with us. It's the Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show here on YouTube at NetSN.
Steve Tinkle at Center Tire Company knows time is money, and that's why when you pull into Center Tire Company, it's like a NASCAR pit stop. You tell them what you want, and they're on it fast. Whether you need a set of new tires for your car or truck, a flat fix, or just a tire rotation, you won't have to wait long at Center Tire Company. Name brand tires you know, hometown folks you trust. If it has tires, either they've got it or they can get it at Center Tire Company, 880 Hurst Street in Center.
Everybody, welcome back to the Wright Chrysler pregame show. Of course, we want to give a shout-out to one of our huge, long-time fans.
Longest fans and newest sponsor.
Yes.
It's Bobby Watson. I don't know if you're watching pregame. I hope you are. I know you'll be watching once the kickoff starts. But Watson and son Stephen has agreed to be a sponsor not just of our games, but Larry's across the county and across the area. So they've been supporting area football their whole lives. Now they're doing it so that we can brag about them. But, Bobby, I hope you enjoy the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watson and Sons is the leading funeral provider in the area and has been for quite a while, since 1998 when they opened it. It's the newest one, still is the newest one, and they make sure that it stays just as new looking as it did in the late 90s. Thank you, Watson and Sons. All right, Mr. Payne, we're about to hear from Coach Meeks.
Sounds good.
And he's got a lot to say. He's a good guy. I know him. You used to know coaches because you taught there. He's worth getting to know. He's a good fellow.
Let's get ready to listen to part one of our Friday conversation.
Coach, we're back in your office on recording this on Wednesdays. Had a really neat event Monday nights. But talk about Monday night and generally where the program is.
Well, I think we're year 4 now, and we've talked many times about how we went through the process of getting to where we're at, and I think now our community and our school, they're going to see that, and our kids are much more of a team now, which has taken shape. We're not a lot of individuals out there trying to play the game, and we're doing that together. And I think Monday night is not necessarily a product of that. It's part of the process to get where we're at and getting community involved. And so Adopt a Rider Monday night is our way to get people involved that aren't necessarily parents, to where we can have people involved within our program and showing our kids support. And then the decals, having their families come up and do their helmets together, I think that becomes a fun event for families to where they're involved with that. And it's a lot of things going into it, but I think now, we've talked foundation, we've talked putting up the framework, and now we're in that team aspect, and it's been pretty fun to watch.
It's been from someone on the outside, it sure has. Well, thank you for that. I've always felt like you had to put the culture first, and you feel the same way, and you feel good about that.
I do. If you go straight into something and you're only worried about the results, and don't get me wrong, we're result driven, but that you have to get there another way to have lasting success and sustainability. So like I said, I think now you're going to see more of a unit and a team and athletes playing together no matter what's in front of them. We're just playing the next play. It's always going to be about building us and doing what's next for us to continue to grow culturally.
All right, folks, thank you to Coach Meeks and JBA. Time to hear from JBA Financial, along with Wright Chrysler, as the Wright Chrysler Motor Show pregame show continues here live on NetSN.
JBA Financial Services brings you Coach Talk, and there's a reason for that. John Black knows that when you're preparing for an important game, you need a plan. And they'd like to be a part of the details, the X's and O's of that plan. He's put together a good team, a coaching staff that would help you and your family get where they want to go. At JBA Financial Services, they're working to secure your family's future.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
Everybody, welcome back to the Wright Chrysler pregame show. Now it's time to talk to reveal the surprise that I was talking about earlier in the show.
Oh, tell me, what is the surprise, Stephen?
It is the brand new and improved with some really secret stuff.
Brand new, improved.
Bowles Feed, not Bowles Field. I think I might have just given away the secret location.
No,
oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. The Bowles Feed blimp. It's the only, what you've always said, Rob, it's the only dirigible
at high school football games.
Yes.
The only radio dirigible, but now it's not radio anymore. We got a blimp for our live stream coverage.
The Bowles Feed blimp is back.
It's back.
And we appreciate the Bowles family for taking care of us and taking care of the blimp
Yes.
in the secret hiding place that Stephen did not reveal the location of.
Oh my gosh.
The
I'm in so
beautiful
much
blimp
trouble.
has descended upon the stadium.
Yes.
And lots of times the first game of the year, it just passes by several different ways. However, it's easily done now because it's remote controlled from the press box.
And I'm piloting it today.
I see that.
With your iPhone?
Well, yeah, it's an app.
Yeah.
And you know how I am with apps, so I'm struggling.
That was a close pass to the press box.
Yes.
It's
because,
not.
Yeah. Move it on
Sorry.
out. In fact, you could hover it over our covered practice field over across the way and over the Jacksonville fans. But Bowles Feed, a landmark in Center, Texas for a long, long time.
Hey, guys,
and sponsoring the Bowles Feed blimp.
Yeah, guys, I got a question. I really want to build a greenhouse. I really want to get a greenhouse down at the lake. I mean,
do you?
Yeah, I mean, do you have any idea how I could do that?
Yeah, you get a hold of Ken and Cecilia and talk to them about all the plants that they have.
Well, they get the plants,
yeah.
but I think I can go over to Campbell's portable buildings, and I bet you they've got one.
They've got greenhouses, yes, they do. They've got greenhouses, and they can talk to you about the size you want.
Yeah.
Custom-built greenhouses. They keep them in stock. This is the time of year to get a greenhouse, and if you don't see exactly what you want, talk to them and see if they custom build for you.
Yes.
A greenhouse, Campbell Portable Buildings.
What about a mother-in-law house?
Exactly, right out behind the house, right out the back door. Far enough away to keep everybody happy and close enough for supper.
That's right.
You got it. Well, that Campbell Portable Buildings is the sponsor of our area roundup, where we kind of figure out who's in the Rough Rider District and how the county teams are, not how they're doing, but how they're expected to do here at the beginning of the season. Roll that tape.
Campbell's Portable Buildings brings you the area roundup. We start by looking at the preseason look at Conference 4A, District 8. Week number 1, surprise, surprise, the Carthage Bulldogs were the state number 1.
They're taking on their rival Kilgore, and they're picked by 10. The Center Rough Riders is state number 29. Tonight they take on the larger school Jacksonville, but they're picked by more than 3 touchdowns. The Athens Hornets are state number 31 behind the Rough Riders. They take on Henderson tonight and are picked by 12. Bullard Panthers, state number 52. They take on Maybank in their opener, and they're picked by 19 points. Then the Rusk Eagles at state number 48, they take on Kaufman in their opener. It's going to be a close one, Kaufman by 2. And the Brownsboro Bears at state number 81, last place in the predicted district standings. They are playing Quinlan Ford. Ford is picked tonight by a touchdown. Now let's move to our county schools. Tenaha in 2A Division II picked as number 24 in the state and picked up in by 24 points over Elysian Fields. And then in 2A Division I, Timpson defends their state championship as number 4 in the state. They're picked by 30 tonight over West Sabine. But just one spot behind them is Garrison at number 5. It's going to be a season-long war between those two. Shelbyville tonight, number 38 predicted in the state. Overall, Troop supposed to win their opener, though, by 15. Joaquin is down at the bottom of the district at number 69. Frankston is supposed to win in their game tonight by 26. Other district schools, St. Augustine, state number 38. Hemphill, state number 60 at 4th and 5th in the district. This is brought to you by Campbell's Portable Buildings, because your building matters. The Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show continues. It's one of the great slogans, right? Just tell them James sent you. But when James Campbell sent you away from Campbell Portable Buildings, he wanted it to be something that met your needs, whether it was storage or some inside beautiful living area. They can take care of you at Campbell Portable Buildings, where your building matters. They say, go Riders. McAdams Propane Company is your East Texas propane provider. Josh McAdams represents the 3rd generation of a family that has kept clean, efficient propane running to the facilities and farms of the area, as well as to the outdoor kitchens that make life fun. They also have the supplies that make an outdoor kitchen possible. Aware of the community, they have provided a luncheon for the first responders of our area. From the beautiful outdoor kitchen to the important fuel that keeps the engines running, keep your engine running with McAdams Propane in Center. At Hope Community Medicine, they believe that more than medicine is needed when providing quality care for their patients. With locations throughout East Texas, the vision is to give hope to those who seek a better life by caring for their body, mind, and soul, and not about their ability to pay. Through the network of staff and locations, Hope seeks to be primary provider of medical, dental, and behavioral health. Because the difference that Hope makes is the difference between night and day. Hope Community Health.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Wright Chrysler pregame show. We're going to turn it over to Chris Wallington for our Hope Medical Injury Report. What you got, Wallington?
Well, Rob, the good news is it's early, and there have been no major injuries during like there is for the Cowboys.
That's good.
Yeah. Always
Start
have
off healthy.
somebody on the Cowboys that can't play for a month because that hasn't happened here, and that's good. So, and that's the Hope Medical Injury Report we always want. Clean bill of health.
Sounds good, Chris. Thank you. All right, folks, let's go to Chris Watlington with part 2 of our Coach Rick Meeks Friday conversation.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second part of our Friday conversation.
Well, Coach, we lost record-setting individual performers, folks that had careers like no one before them in the 100 years of the program, especially on the offensive side of the ball. How is the quest going to replace those guys?
Yeah, it's always tough to replace athletes like that. Cash Cross, Caden Dixon, Lance Wilburn. But they had seasons like that because of guys around them. They're very dynamic, but we have some offensive linemen back. TJ Billen was a starter for us last year. He's just moving from receiver to quarterback. And there's going to be a learning curve there. You know, there's guys that played last year offensively, but they're in a different position, so there's a learning curve to that. Offensively, things might look a little different, scheme-wise, formationally. But at the end of the day, we have the guys in place to still be as successful as we want to be. TJ's moving to quarterback. You got Tim Johnson, who predominantly played defense last year, played some receiver, but he's going to be a playmaker for us defensively. Jeremy Bluford's got probably a big role, stepping up as a 10th grader, moving into the tailback spot. He has shown really good promise through 2 scrimmages. It's just, you know, he's just going to come over time as he sees reps, game reps from the running back spot. Offensive line, we got to play well early and start building some confidence, and that's going to be the thing for those guys. Skill-wise, we're fine. It's going to be mentally them trusting everything that goes into it.
On the defensive side of the ball, you have a little bit more continuity from last year.
Yes, sir. You know, 7 or 8 guys that played a good bit of time last year that are back. Confidence that comes with that. You know, our mentality defensively is starting to flip. You know, in years past, it was like, let's not get out there and give up points. Well, now our guys are like, no, we're not giving up the first down. And that's the mentality you have to play defense. And our guys are really showing that. You know, Cody and Easton are back at linebacker. You got Jamarian Smith, who has had a great camp and 2 really good scrimmages in the defensive line. You know, J.K. Rogers and Brandon Barnes have shown really good things out at corner. And, you know, we're pretty excited about that.
I'm excited too.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris, for the interview. We'll look forward to hearing from Coach Meeks again at halftime during the Borders Poultry Supply Up Close and Personal segment for part 3 of our Friday conversation. Thank you to JBA Financial for the Coach Talk. We'll be back to close the pregame show right after this.
Gaddy's Medical Supply. It's your one-stop shop for the supplies and the equipment that you need as you go along your recovery. Their compassionate and knowledgeable staff is there to help you as you get better. Gaddy's Medical Supply. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm.
We're ready, folks. Thank you very much we're ready for the ball game. I want to thank our pregame sponsors tonight: Wright Chrysler, Zach's Tent Shop, Hope Medical, Gaddy's Medical Supply, JBA Financial, Campbell Portable Buildings, Bowles Feed, and Ray Jones Chevrolet.
Ray Jones Chevrolet, Podge.
It's time for the Ray Jones Keys, and let's go.
So what are the keys to the game, Counselor?
I think right now it's the same as always. I mean, we want to play sound football. I mean, obviously, week 1, not have a bunch of penalties. And then again, this is a Jacksonville program that has been down lately.
Yes.
We want to come out and on the foot on the gas and put them away early, because we don't want them to hang around, because they're looking to change things up.
That's what Coach said. A quick start, and it feels like it'll all fall into place. Not a quick start, it'll be a war.
I think execution is a key to the game. They've got a game plan in place, and they've been practicing it, but executing a current game plan.
With new leaders in important spots and all the skill positions. So, yeah, lots of questions that the Jacksonville game will answer. Well, that does it, ladies and gentlemen. The Ray Jones Keys to the Game concludes the Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show. We'll be right back with your kickoff after this.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods. Thank you for joining us on the Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram pregame show. Now that you're ready for the game, let's get you out to those guys that's bringing you the action. The Center Rough Rider Broadcasting Crew. Enjoy the game, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Can you believe it? Football season is here again, and I'm excited. My name is Rob Payne, and welcome to Rough Rider Stadium for the season opener. Now, I'm telling you, folks, I'm kid on Christmas morning excited, and a lot of Rough Rider Nation is too, Chris. The team has gone through some changes, but those changes look to be working.
That's right. And I'm excited. You're excited. Everyone's excited about the energy and the direction brought by center coach Rick Meeks over the last 3 years. And this year is his fourth, the one where the seniors were the freshmen when he arrived. Systems in place. Players are buying in, and that's when good stuff starts happening. Stephen Shires, an 88-89 Rough Rider team captain, back for another season. Stephen, what's going on down on the field? It's on your mind tonight.
Well, good to be here, guys. And as we get started, in addition, we just talked about keys, but the other thing I want to see is how well our defense plays because, it was much maligned last year because we were so young and just learning and the way we play offense, and there was reasons for that. But we're anticipating this year that the defense is going to anchor the team, at least early on while the offense figures things out.
It will be a different role with the defense doing the anchoring. But with us here tonight, Zach Jepson, just back down there. Can't quite hear us, but he's right below us. He's running one camera, and Reginald the robot, the AI robot, running the other. Think I'm kidding? I ain't. And at halftime, we get a visit from the Colonel, Matt Gregory, for our halftime analysis.
Yes.
Rob, it's a good team we're putting together here at NetSN, is it not?
It is a good team, and that team has gotten the table set for you. It's game one, the Jacksonville Indians versus your Center Rough Riders here at Watlington Shires Pierce Productions and the NetSN through YouTube. We'll bring you the kickoff coming up here in just a few minutes.
Shelby Savings Bank has a bold new look, but they're still the same local bank they always were. Same people, same friendly service, but with a bold new look and new services including mobile deposits from your ATM, your computer, or your cell phone. Shelby Savings Bank, same bank, new look.
Batters Law Firm is proud to be a third-generation law firm serving the injured people of East Texas since 1964. Batters has settled thousands of cases and paid out over $25 million to clients from settlements in the past 2 years. Visit one of their locations for your free, no-appointment consultation and let the Batters team implement their proven approach that incorporates treatment and recovery while maximizing settlements and payouts. Batters Law Firm, serving you in Nacogdoches, Lufkin Center, and Houston. Remember, when it matters, call Batters. 833-BATTERS. 833-BADDERS.
All right, we get ready, folks. It's time. We got to do what we always got to do, and that's to pop that pepper.
Everybody get your peppers ready at home. You're going to pop with us. Woo, we're going to pop it for the 2024 season as soon as Watlington gets ready.
I'm ready.
Here we go. On three. Three.
That's a fine beverage.
Woo.
Excellent.
All right, the Center Rough Riders are kicking off tonight. And they'll be kicking off from our left to right. And number 27 for the Center Rough Riders, Pablo Huichapa, will be kicking off the Jacksonville, and the kicking off from the 40-yard line from left to right as you look at your screen. The Jacksonville Indians standing deep, got a couple of guys back at the 10 and 5-yard line. And we're ready for the 2024 season. Welcome to the ranch here at Rough Rider Stadium. It's the Center Rough Riders versus the Jacksonville Indians, who are in their away jerseys, blue helmets with white jerseys and blue numbers. The kickoff is away, and it's fielded at the 4-yard line by Jacksonville. Up to the 10, 15, up to the 20-yard line. Makes the move, but some defenders grab him, special teams, and up to the 25-yard line and out of bounds. The Jacksonville Indians will start around their 25, 26-yard line.
All right, and we are underway for yet another year, and that is most exciting. And a good crowd here on opening night. There was threats of rain, which I thought might keep some people home, but good crowd. And not necessarily the best of crowds, as you see over there on the Well, you can't really see it because the shot is of the band and of the chaparrals, but Jacksonville brought some folks, but not as many people as you might expect for a town that size. They're coming off of a difficult year last year.
All right, Jacksonville comes to the ball first from their 26-yard line. Quarterback Andrew Dials, hands off, coming around the right-hand side and coming forward up to around the 30-yard line and finally pushed out of bounds by the center Rough Riders. Close to a 5-yard pickup. It'll be second down for the Indians.
I don't know, Shires. That looks like a pretty big running back they have there.
Yeah. I think that's right.
Number 6, Rodarius Cirrus, running back. Ball spotted on the 30-yard line for a 5-yard, 4.5-yard pickup for the Indians. It'll be second down.
Yeah, he might be a load to bring down if he ever gets his shoulder squared.
Taking time to huddle up. Indians break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage, tight formation. Quarterback, the back moves from right to left. Snap, fake the handoff. Quarterback's going to run, come straight ahead on. He is grabbed quickly and tackled. Looks like number 21, Cody is in there on the Cody Atkinson in there on the stop,
Surprise,
along with others.
Surprise, surprise. Cody Atkinson is in on a stop.
And really, I didn't see the first man who grabbed him, but Cody helped finish it off. It'll bring up third down after an only 2-yard pickup, Chris.
And that first man was really the one that read the play, made the play, slowed it down. Cody finished him off. So the first big third down of the season is coming up for Jacksonville.
Andrew Dials, quarterback for the Indians. 2 receivers to the left-hand side. Got his back with him. Back to throw, looking, throwing. And it's intercepted by the center Rough Riders at the 35-yard line. And a huge interception. And talk about number 10 for the Riders, Caleb Mosley, senior, who comes in and makes that catch. And what a fast start for the Riders.
Great job, Caleb Mosley with the interception. That is, I teach Caleb this year. He's in my college/high school class, and we've talked about how nice it would be to intercept some balls. So
he does it right off the bat.
Yeah.
From the 32-yard line, it is the center Rough Riders will have their first.
Oh, and we've got a turnover cowboy hat.
Really? They put the cowboy hat after the turnover. Sweet, like it.
All right, T.J. Bellin, quarterback for the center Rough Riders, comes in. Takes the first snap, handoff coming right up the middle. Riders come on through, hit, turned again, and tackled at the 30-yard line.
And that's the first play of the T.J. Bellin era. And what's the name of that running back, number 32?
Number 32 running the ball is Jeremy Bluford, who's one of the sophomores for the center Rough Riders. And fake handoff to Bluford again. Bellin cuts to the right-hand side, keeps it, and out of bounds around the 25-yard line, maybe 26-yard line. So it'll be third down for the Riders.
You should hear a lot of Bellin handing to Bluford. They're the starters, and Bluford won't run every play, but running backs don't, but he'll run a whole lot of them. And so encouraging so far, but third down and 4 coming up.
2 plays at about 6 yards. Third down for the Riders. After the interception, Riders have a great opportunity here. A little bit of movement. Flags come in.
Our first flag.
Yep, first penalty. What a penalty?
Season. And it's for the first time in a long time. Whataburger is not sponsoring our penalties.
Okay.
They're just normal yellow flags instead of Whata flags.
Flag on the play. It's motion. 5-yard penalty. Backs the Riders up to close to where they started. It'll be third down and 9 after the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's made it a lot more difficult.
Bellin in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bluford behind him, and it's going to be a fake.
Oh, he's got him. He's got him at 6, baby.
Pass in the corner of the end zone to Timothy Johnson, another name that you'll hear quite a bit this year. Senior wide receiver Timothy Johnson, Bellin to Johnson, and it's a touchdown for the center Rough Riders, and they capitalize after their interception.
Yeah, they needed a penalty to make it more easy to get that pass.
Extra point attempt coming up soon. Kicker for the Riders, number 27, Pablo Huichapa, a junior for the center Rough Riders. It'll be spotted by T.J. Bellin, quarterback. Extra point attempt, first one of the season. Snap is good, kick is up, and it's a good extra point. 7-0 with 10:20 here in the first quarter, and you're tuned to Rough Rider Football on NetSN.
Portacool, with over 30 years own. Portacool, peak cooling, intelligent control.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck.
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make 'em shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
I don't know where.
Everybody, welcome back. It's time for the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff, and here we go.
It's a low kickoff line drive by Pablo Huichapa, fielded by the Indians at the 9-yard line. And he's up to the 20, 25, 30-yard line. And so they'll start pretty near where they started last time. Let's recap. Center Rough Riders intercept the Jacksonville Indians on their first possession, and Riders capitalized on it. It ended up with about a 30-yard touchdown reception in the corner of the end zone. A beautiful pass from Bellin to Johnson. Riders come back on defense once again as the Indians, the Jacksonville Indians, tee up the ball at for their second possession on the 30-yard line. First and 10, Andrew Dials, along with running back Rodarius Cirrus. Man in motion, Dials.
Oh, fumble.
The exchange is fumbled, and we'll see who fell on it. Riders are saying they have it. Let's see what the referees say.
There was a rider right there on it.
Yeah, it is, and I didn't know if the Indian, the white jersey, fell on it first. The running back was going after it.
They're
scrumming
through. Let's see.
The exchange was
Riders have it.
And the Riders pick it up.
And if you're a Jacksonville Indian, you're just heartbroken. But if you're a Rough Rider, it's that fast start you were talking about and the keys to the game, Mr.
Absolutely.
Two turnovers here early in the first quarter in the same area of the field. And the Indians attempt to run the ball on first down, but the exchange between the quarterback and the running back never happened. Ball hit the ground. Riders cover it up. And the Center Rough Riders will start their second possession at the Indian 27-yard line. First down for T.J. Bellin. Meanwhile, number 32, Jeremy Bluford, sophomore running back, behind Bellin. Two receivers left, one to the right. Bellin back to throw, scrambling right, running straight ahead on 25, 20, down to the 16-yard line, brought down near the 16-yard line for the Center Rough Riders, and that'll be enough for the first down.
Yeah, a good 10-yard scamper from Bluford.
And a good decision.
Yep. Starting out just like you'd like for him to, taking over for some huge shoes to fill from last year's number 32, a record setter. But
short field doesn't hurt either.
Nope, you're
right. And the excitement of turnovers doesn't hurt. First down, handoff, Bellin takes it, hands off to Bluford inside the 15-yard line, down around the 13 or 12-yard line. Second down.
Inside
he just pounded that thing.
Inside the State Farm red zone.
About a 4-yard pickup, second down and 6. And the Riders run it again, and not much there, maybe about a yard and a half. It'll be third down for the Riders.
And we lost our all-world kicker. I mean, we knew that if we lost a few yards and wanted a field goal, we would have it last year. Not sure this year. We'll have to see what happens if we don't convert.
On third down, throwing the ball up to the 5-yard line. Ball is caught by number 5 receiver Jeremiah Ratcliffe, a senior receiver for the Riders, up around the 5-yard line. And that's enough for first down. It'll be first and goal for the Riders. Let's see exactly where they spot it.
That's a Ray Jones, first down.
There he is. Thank you, Ray Jones Chevrolet.
Looks like they're going to spot that ball at the 6-yard line. First and goal from the 6. Bellin in the shotgun. There's the snap. Handoff Bluford right up the middle. Bluford heads in, turns left, and is hit by a defender and another one and finally shoved backwards. Maybe got to the 5-yard line. Yes, they'll give him a yard. Second down. Second and goal from the 5.
Well, Jacksonville's making it hard. They've played really good defense on all but one play, the 29-yard touchdown pass. That first possession.
Second goal. Snap. Handoff again. That's Bluford, hits a 5-yard line, and Jacksonville says that's as far as you going. You're not going anymore. We're going to force you backwards. And so have a little bit of a loss on the play, in fact.
Our offensive line
down.
didn't get the push it needed, Mr. Shires, on that one. That big old boys on the Jacksonville defensive line, they outweigh our offensive linemen for certain.
So on 3rd and goal, back from the 6.5-yard line, and it's a pass to the end zone. The defender is there. Looked like he had the receiver wrapped up, but before the ball got to him, but it's incomplete. Ruled incomplete on the field, and the field goal team will come out.
Okay, well, the field goal team. We'll see with a brand new kicker. Last year's kicker didn't miss a single extra point or field goal, including one from over 40 yards until the playoffs. He was perfect in the regular season. We'll see about this year's version.
All right, so the field goal team comes out, and it's going to be, I believe it's Wachapa out there. It is. Bellin will be holding the ball. Snap, kick, it is up. It's a beautiful field goal that would have been good for another 10 yards, 15 yards, but a 23-yard field goal puts the Riders up 10-0 over Jacksonville. It's 7:35 in the first quarter. You're tuned to Rider Football on KDET.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to see why Blake Furniture is the top furniture company in East Texas. Get the lowest prices and discover our easy in-store financing and low payment plans. Plus, get the fastest delivery in East Texas. Get your credit pre-approved online at blakefurniture.com today.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Everybody, welcome back.
Yep, Shelby Savings Bank kickoff coming up. The Rough Riders are kicking off for the 3rd time tonight. Here in the first quarter with 7 minutes and 30 seconds in the first. The Riders scored twice. After an interception, they scored a touchdown, and after a fumble, they scored a field goal. Kind of a short pop-up kick that's going to bounce at the 25-yard line and go behind the return man, and they kick it out of the back of the end zone. And the Riders are going to cover it up, and it's a
touchdown
out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and we are not able to see it because we don't. Yeah, there you go. Now you can kind of see what's going on. So
how about that?
What happened?
Great decision by the Riders to pop it up like that. It came down between the return man, between two of the return men, and it's one of those pop-up kicks that's hard to field. So he had to run back to it, and the defenders were there too, and ended up kicking it out of the back of the end zone.
But he never touched it, so it's a touchback.
Yeah.
Well, Rough Riders have had 2 turnovers, 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception. Jacksonville's not been able to get out of their own way. Good news, because that's an aggressive Rough Rider defense causing these problems, but already up 10-0, unable to punch it in on that last possession, but still got 3 points from it.
From the 25-yard line, on their 3rd possession, the Indians start. Dials, hands off, and its play is whistled dead pretty quickly by the referees. We got a flag out there. False start, 5-yard penalty. It'll be first down and 15 from the 20.
Okay. That's
so
not
Chris,
what Jacksonville needs.
We have been, I'm used to seeing the teams that I pull for on different levels have their first game jitters and come out, and that's what we're seeing from Jacksonville. So it's kind of exciting to be on the other side of that.
Yeah, it's true.
Where
it's true.
The Riders are capitalizing on things.
Seem to be a little more at ease, don't we?
All right, so Dials takes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff.
Oh!
He's going to come left.
That's got to be Atkinson.
Cody Atkinson comes in, sniffs that out, tackles the quarterback for a loss, another 4-yard loss, 3 or 4 yard loss back to the 17-yard line. I think they'll spot it. So great defensive play, and the Indians have been moving backwards after a penalty and then after a busted play there.
Shires, tell me a little something about Atkinson.
As I said during the Rick Meeks Coaches Show, which is live every Monday, normally from the Pizzeria, I said he's going to hurt some people's feelings this year.
And he just did.
Well,
he just did there.
Great heads-up defensive play.
Yes, sir.
Came in and push the Indians back. So it's now second down. Two receivers right. There's snap. Handoff coming up to the right-hand side, trying to come around the line. The defense is stingy again and pushes them back. And no gain on the play. It'll be third down.
And Atkinson was right there again. Now, he set the career ever single-season tackle record last year. And that's 102 years of tackles, and he set the record. He was a sophomore. I mean, we had that guy, and we still have him for 2 more years.
How about that?
And he hasn't missed a beat. He missed that playoff game with Gilmer, and that's one of the reasons. I mean, I don't know that he would have made the winning difference, but he certainly did. He was very, very much missed.
3rd and 18 for the Jacksonville Indians. Back to pass. Quarterback drops back, and then looking for kind of a screen pass. Doesn't ever come to play. He tosses the ball out, and they're not able to bring it in. It'll be incomplete. It'll be 4th down for Jacksonville. 4th down and 18. Jacksonville Indians still trying to get some kind of offense rolling, and just first game putting things together, and they've not yet been able to move the ball forward.
Yeah, and that's good for the Rough Rider defense that was kind of billed as the strength of the team. The more veteran group. It's so not the case last year, and the offense scored 80 points. That's the way it went last year.
Jacksonville punter, high snap, punting from his 5-yard line. Punt's going to bounce at midfield or just shy of midfield, and they're going to down it somewhere around the Jacksonville 45-yard line. So the Riders will come back in with a relatively short field for the 3rd time tonight.
Yeah, I don't think they've had a snap yet on the Rough Rider end of the field. Every one of them has been in Jacksonville territory. Boy, it's what you wanted to see on a good start.
And when the Indians play, where do they play?
The Tomato Bowl.
They do.
And that's Shires. There's a flag down on the play. We just noticed that.
Now they're going to bump it back.
Okay. Don't know if you could hear that, but it's a block in the back on the return team, so we'll get a snap in our territory. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Tomato Bowl because next year we visit them. It's the historic Tomato Bowl. And what they've done, I appreciate it. They have updated it and made it a functioning stadium with plenty of room for, all the technology and the live streaming. But it still looks like the
stone and masonry.
Built in the CCC days during the Depression. They have lots of character. And it's downtown. There's not a lot of parking. It would be real easy to move it out on the loop and build, something new, but they just didn't want to, and I really like that. I'm anxious to visit.
And you still see the tomatoes in town, the stone, the plaster tomatoes painted, throughout town. They've been there forever.
Yeah.
After the penalty, the Riders are going to get moved back to their side of the field at their own 46-yard line.
I went out and had a talk with Reggie. We'll see if we don't get a little better shot.
You talked to the robot?
I did. I told him we need to go a little tighter shot, so he's going to tighten up a little bit.
Do you have any idea he was listening?
Oh, yeah, he's listening.
Okay.
All right, 5.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and the Riders lead 10-0. Riders starting at their own 46-yard line with Bellin as the quarterback in the shotgun. Bluford behind him. Bluford's going to get the carry, going to test the middle of the line, and hits it and moves forward, gets closer to the middle of the field, up to the 49-yard line.
He dragged a couple guys with him.
Yep.
Yeah, the yards up the middle have been hard for Bluford so far.
Yep.
I kind of get the feeling that Jacksonville's strength is their defense too.
All right, so a 2-yard pickup, and Bellin back to throw, has a man down the field, and the ball is caught by Jeremiah Ratcliffe, who's in for the touchdown. T.J. Bellin to Jeremiah Ratcliffe. Wow.
We still have our ability to go deep, Mr. Shine.
A 52-yard touchdown.
52-yard touchdown. Second down, touchdown from the 48-yard line, and he was pretty much wide open. Good pass, but the coverage certainly lacked something to be desired there.
Quarterback who made that tremendous throw is now holding for the extra point at the 10-yard line. And Wichita is up and good. That's an extra point. 17-0 with 5:04 to go here in the first quarter. You're tuned to Rough Rider Football on NetSN.
McAdams Propane Company is your East Texas propane provider. Josh McAdams represents the third generation of a family that has kept clean, efficient propane running to facilities and farms of the area, as well as to the outdoor kitchens that make life fun. They also have the supplies that make an outdoor kitchen possible. Aware of the community, they have provided a luncheon for the first responders of our area. From the beautiful outdoor kitchen to the important fuel that keeps the engines running, keep your engine running with McAdams Propane in Center.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winter chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention, and that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
Welcome back to the ranch, ladies and gentlemen. 5:04 on the clock here. Still in the first quarter. Riders lead 17-0. Two of those scores after 2 turnovers. The return man after the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff, the ball goes through his hands and behind him. One of his teammates picks it up and then kind of comes around the right-hand side. Outrunning his coverage. Got one man to beat. It's Wichapa, who tries to tackle him, but it slows him down enough. One of the Riders catches up to him and makes a stop inside the Rider 30-yard line for a huge 73-yard or 70-yard kickoff return.
Yeah, it looked like they were fixing to have another big mess up, didn't it? You're letting the ball get behind them, live ball, had to chase it all the way to the end zone, and then, of course, you know how that works. Special teams is very structured, and when there's a structure problem, well, then a lot of times.
Is there a flag on the play,
however,
guys?
The referees are gathered like there's a flag on the plane. Not on the plane. I haven't seen it, but it sure looks like there might be.
So the referees are, Mr. Whiteout and his buddies are talking at the center of the field and visiting about this kickoff return that what looked like was going to be a terrible something for the Jacksonville Indians, and they turn it into something grand and return the ball inside the Rider 30-yard line.
But
however, the ball is coming back now after a tremendous athletic return. The ball, I guess, was downed by Jacksonville.
That's the kind of thing that happens to you when you're
at the 6-yard line. We'll see if Mr. Whitehat talks to the crowd.
Yeah, it would be good.
Looks like he's about to.
It's possible that there was a blocking infraction about the 20-yard line. But
right. Let's see.
Oh, okay. So a fair catch. Someone said fair catch. And then the biggest play of the game and therefore the season for Jacksonville is negated because someone waved their hand.
All right, so Jacksonville starts at their own 6-yard line instead of inside the Rider 30. 1st and 10, handoff, running back has it, kind of turns around, spins around, backs his way across the 10 to around the 12-yard line.
Yeah, he's
for a very nice 6-yard pickup.
Strong lower body. He hit and drove. Boy, it's got to be just killer frustrating. Jacksonville had a terrible year last year. I mean, it just this is a team that's won some state championships along the way and usually competitive, and just something didn't work, and so they're trying to rebuild that. New coach, new program. And that would be something to be excited about, but it got erased.
Dials takes a snap, hands off again. Number 2 for Jacksonville takes the snap, takes the ball, and gets up around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and that's going to be
about a yard short.
Their best chance at a first down, 3rd down and 1. You know, we have that Ray Jones first down thing. I wanted to use it, but we're not getting first down.
Yeah.
We're scoring from long way away on 3rd down.
D.D. Mayers with that carry. We'll see on 3rd down and 1. They're going to pound the middle. Dials takes a snap, handoff. They're going to come right up the middle. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they mark the ball. It looks like they're short.
I'd have thought he got it, but yeah, yep.
Nope, you're right. They did. They marked him good.
Just by the hair of his chin now.
All right. First down for the Jacksonville Indians, and they're proud to get that because they've been hard to come by tonight.
And you know that the chains are as accurate as they can be because the Colonel, who is our halftime analyst, is also running the chains.
How about that?
Colonel Chain Gang.
Yeah.
That's right.
3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Riders up 17-0. New set of downs for the Indians. Snap from the shotgun. Run into the right-hand side, and not much room to run there. The defensive line stands him up, pushes him back. It'll be second down for Jacksonville.
Right, number 11? Who's number 11?
Number 11 for the Riders is Easton Wolf.
There you go.
Not a big surprise. Easton didn't start last year, but when he began starting
That's right.
about week 5, the linebacker play just improved overall, and he was one of the guys that were down the stretch. He was getting close to the same number of tackles, along with Grant Gregory. So there was a freshman and 2 sophomores.
And so you've got sophomore Easton Wolf there. All right, snap again, run into the left-hand side, and they grab him and shut him down at the 20-yard line. Number 4 in on that tackle for the Riders, and that's Gage Vidrine.
Along with Mosley.
Yep.
Keep in mind,
Mosley.
In 2 game minutes, we will go up to the Bulls Feed blimp, which is kind of funny since I'm the captain of the blimp with the joystick. We'll go, instead of up to the blimp, we'll go over to me. For the Batters Law Firm first quarter scoreboard live from that Bulls Feed blimp.
Sounds good. On third down, the Indians fake the handoff, quarterback rolling to the right, throwing, looking for a man, and it's incomplete on third down, and the Indians on 4th down and 7 are going to have to punt. Ball is spotted at the 20-yard line, and the punt unit comes in for Cleveland on 4th down with about a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter.
Okay.
We're glad you joined us tonight on NetSN. I hope you're enjoying not just our broadcast, but all the video, and how nice that is to be able to do that for you.
Yeah, we said hello to you, Bobby Watson, the pregame show. Wanted to make sure you heard it.
All right. The punt is fielded by the Riders. Fair caught right around middle of the field, and that's where the Riders will start here in just a moment.
This is their 4th possession. They've scored on their first 3, a touchdown, a field goal, and a touchdown. 2 of them were after turnovers, but the last one after a punt and a penalty even, and just been real efficient on offense. Mainly in the passing game. Passing game's where the sparks have been.
Let's take a moment to tell everybody they got other games that want everybody to watch this game, but then go back and watch video on demand. We got our man, come on, Riff, Larry Pierce is in Waukegan this evening. Guys up north covering games.
Chapel Hill,
Brook Hill
Private School, and the Rusk Eagles?
In the Rusk Eagles, yeah. District opponent. Looks like we're going to draw the game. We're going to have to be, quote, fair and impartial
when we play
that game.
Bell in the shotgun for the Riders. Hand off to Bluford. Bluford hits the line. Not much room to go there. In fact, I'm not sure that he made it back to the line. Backed it up a little bit.
Yep, he lost a little bit.
Loss of a couple of yards. Second down and 12.
Yeah, that's the interior of Jacksonville's defensive line is their strength. Obviously, their secondary has been burned, on 2 touchdown passes already. But that line is hard to run against.
It is. All right, second down, officially second down and 11. Snap, fake, and then throw. Ball caught in the flat. One of those hitch passes, and then number 12 for the Center Rough Riders comes out a little bit. Ja'Kalen Barnes for the Riders, another sophomore for the Riders, making a play here. Barnes with a nice 8-yard play. It'll be third down and 3. Ball spotted just shy of the 40-yard line. On third down and 3. Bell and snap. Hand off Bluford. Bluford has it and then tripped up after he had it. And it goes down at the 36-yard line. But a nice play for the Riders to keep this drive going. It'll be first down. A Ray Jones Chevrolet first down.
The Ray Jones Chevrolet first down. That's exciting right there. It pumps me up.
Taking our time, but we'd have run 3 plays last year by this time.
You're darn right. Absolutely.
All right. Rider offense gets set on first down. One man in motion. Give on to Bluford. Bluford has it on first down. Still testing that middle, and there's nowhere to go as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 for the Riders. And Chris is right. That interior for the Jacksonville Indians continues to confound Bluford, but he'll find a hole. You got to keep testing. Wear him down.
And there you go. That's the end of the first quarter. The Rough Riders lead 17-0, and they have the ball again. We will, instead of going to commercial, we will tell you that Batters Law Firm brings you again the scoreboard from the Bowles Feed Blend. We appreciate Bowles Feed. We always do. A whole lot for their sponsorship of the blimp. We didn't have them last year, but we do this year, and we're glad of it. In the Rough Riders district, the scores are as follows. Well, that's week 1 game. We want week 1's game. All right. I don't have the scores right now, so we will wait for the
Wi-Fi
to
make them
be
up.
better. Yeah.
Carthage is down 42-0 after the first.
Believe that. Believe that. Well, they're playing Kilgore, and
right.
Kilgore's
Kilgore's
highly
really
ranked,
good, yeah.
But Carthage is picked by 10 to win that one, so I bet not. And we'll just tell you more about it at the halftime scoreboard. Also, this break's brought to you by Watson & Sons Funeral Home, the leading funeral provider in the area. Says go area teams, go Rough Riders. They're also behind the Joaquin Rams today as they open their season. Go Joaquin, go Center. Thank you, Watson & Sons.
All right, so the Riders get ready to take over. It's going to be about second down and 10, right? We didn't get any mileage off that first carry there.
We got spoiled with all the action happening right in front of us. All right, so handoff to number 3 for the Center Rough Riders, Timothy Johnson, but the falls down coming around the corner and for a loss.
Like 4.
And so it's going to be third down and 13 for the Riders.
I was sorry, I was having trouble piloting the blimp and getting the scores. That's not hard. That's hard to do. It's not easy. I know that now.
Look, that's why David Jacobs is in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
On third down, Center Rough Riders come back and look like Bellin's ready to pass, and then the play is whistled dead. Or trying to see if there was a timeout called. Oh, offsides. Is that the indication? Oh, no.
Delay a game, wasn't it?
I guess so.
I think delay a game. So it's going to be third down and 18.
So another 5-yard penalty. Third down and long for the
We wanted to get a few more yards so we could score.
That long pass is going to be more dramatic now.
So the Riders on this possession haven't moved the ball like they're used to from the 44-yard line on third down.
We're going to have an offside. That's an offside.
On the defense. And Bellin is scrambling. Could be a free play.
I think it was, and it ended up being one that we'll just be glad to take over.
You know, you get that, you get that free thing, and it's no good. You can take it back.
I was looking for a flag on the field. Looks like there is. Offsides.
Yeah, it's offsides.
Yeah.
So we get 5 yards back, make it a little bit easier on
back to third and 13.
13. And by the way, an interesting score with 2:04 in the first quarter. Kilgore is leading Carthage 7-0, and Rusk is behind the Kaufman Lions 6-0. No score in the Bullard-Maybach game. That is a close one. And I don't see the Athens-Henderson game. They're playing, but there's just no score on my little app.
Third down and 13. Bellin has it. Fake. Back up to throw and throws down the field.
He's got him.
Looking
He overthrew him.
and the receiver just not quite there where the ball is. Incomplete. It brings up 4th down for the Riders.
What do you do here? I guess you punt them and pin them deep, right?
Most likely, 4th and that kind of distance. If you'd gotten, if you decided you were going to take 2 downs and picked up some of it, you might could, but.
On 4th down, the Riders bring in the punt team with 10:56 to go here in the second quarter. Riders lead 17-0. Punter standing right around midfield. Good snap. Wichapa punts the ball to the right-hand side. It bounces and rolls, and it's going to go out of bounds around the 10 or 12-yard line. So the Indians will start there.
Indians will start there. It gives me a chance for the first time this year to say thank you to one of our sponsors, Rough Rider Oil and Lube. It's right there in the name. They appreciate the Rough Riders, and they've taken over your dad's mantle of getting the score up on the side.
I see that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I really like that, and it's not just football scores either. They're pretty good at doing them for all the scores.
They
of
are.
Course, oil changes. That's where you go, right there on Highway 96. Rough Rider Oil and Lube says go Rough Riders.
Meanwhile, down far away from us, the Indians started their own 12-yard line after the punt from the Riders. First down. Operating out of the shotgun. Both teams doing that. Turn to throw. Hitch pass.
Oh, that was almost a pick
six. It was almost picked off behind the line of scrimmage. Well defended by the Riders. And number 6 for the Riders, Brandon Barnes, who sniffed that out, was just almost in the right place at the right time.
Throw that hitch pass, and Barnes gets underneath the block, and he knew that was going to be a walk-in 6.
Hitch passes are the ones that you're not supposed to have any problem with wide-open receivers, but he almost picked it off. Wow.
I know. Defense is showing out tonight. Second down. Handoff coming left. Hits the line and then hits again. On the far side of the field, running back is brought down right around the marker. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Indians.
Big advantage for the Rough Rider defense that has been up to the challenge tonight. 2 turnovers. I think we've held them to 1 first down so far. And
that was tackle made by number 21, Cody Bad Intentions Atkinson.
Bad intentions.
All right, on 3rd down.
What about ill intentions? I have ill intentions towards you, sir.
Oh, Cody, that was sick.
They better hurry up, snap the ball, or they're going to run out of time. That could be delay a game unless they're choosing a timeout.
They're going to call a timeout.
Yeah. All right, timeout for Jacksonville, our first one of the game with 9:54 in the second quarter. Riders lead 17-0.
We'll take one as well.
I did not.
McAdams Propane Company is your East Texas propane provider. Josh McAdams represents the 3rd generation of a family that has kept clean, efficient propane running to the facilities and farms of the area, as well as to the outdoor kitchens that make life fun. They also have the supplies that make an outdoor kitchen possible. Aware of the community, they have provided a luncheon for the first responders of our area. From the beautiful outdoor kitchen to the important fuel that keeps the engines running, keep your engine running with McAdams Propane and Center. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm.
All right, folks, welcome back. You know, this is about the longest stretch we've gone in 2 years without saving Shelby Savings Bank kickoff.
Yeah, we haven't had 7 or 8
We've
of
had
them.
We've had 3, 4.
Plenty.
Yeah, but not like
last
year.
Last year, the first game 1, there were 24 kickoffs. Right?
All right, on 3rd down, after the timeout, they hand off. The Indians hand off, come around the left-hand side, and come across up to close to the 20-yard line. And have a gain of about 5 yards, maybe 4th down and 4.
That was close, Bob.
For breaking free.
He almost broke that one free.
But the punt team comes in for Jacksonville on 4th down and 4. Punter's going to stand at the 6-yard line, 7-yard line. 9:23 on the clock here in the second quarter. Punt return man standing at the Riders standing at the 49-yard line. Here's the punt. Nice high punt. Riders fielded at their 43-yard line.
He gets past him.
And
trouble.
Timothy Johnson makes a move and makes something out of nothing. Still on his feet.
He's Jim Browning. Oh, he fumbled. The ball's on the field.
The ball comes loose. And maybe the Riders got it back.
Looks like, was that Mosley that jumps on it? Was it number 10? Yep. Caleb Mosley gets on it.
Now, that's
good heads-up play.
That's the longest he's ever carried a ball in football. But talk about a little bit about Timothy Johnson.
Basketball, he was vying to be the guy on a team with 2 or 3 other guys.
Yeah.
And just an amazing athlete.
That's
and we look forward to seeing him perform in every sport this year.
But that same athleticism is certainly going to help this Rough Rider football team this year, as he's kind of the replacement of Lance Wilburn, and really T.J. Bellin, who's now at quarterback.
Timothy Johnson fielded that punt and took off running, was in some trouble, and backed up and tried it again.
Yeah.
Had a good field perspective to do what he needed to do. T.J. Bellin in the shotgun on this first round of downs. Riders deep in Jacksonville territory inside the 25-yard line.
I think Coach Meeks said that Timothy's the only one that's going both ways on a regular basis.
Really?
You know, he said that during the Rick Meeks Coaches Show last Monday.
I missed that. I believe you, but I missed that. Timeout. The Rough Riders take a timeout.
Yes, each team's taking one timeout.
Well, it gives me a chance to say thank you to JBI Insurance. Joe Bill McTire is ready to insure your mobile home. He's ready to insure your chicken farm, your poultry farm. And do you have enough insurance for that? All it is your livelihood.
Right.
He's got that. And of course, all the big boy toys as well, to insure the ATV and the boat.
I can guarantee you one thing. Joe Bill McTire can value a chicken farm. He knows,
he
knows them things.
He knows a thing or two. He says he's part of every Rough Rider broadcast from now until May, regardless of the sport. We appreciate JBI.
All right, so the Rough Riders took a timeout. I need to adjust our timeouts. Each team has used one, according to my notes. Is that what you have, Rob?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Rough Riders talk it over a little bit. Here on first down, come back to the line of scrimmage at the 24-yard line. 8:47 to go here in the second quarter. Riders lead 17-0. Bellin in the shotgun, man in motion, left to right. Snap, give, Bluford to the right-hand side. Bluford to the 20, and then tackled, and then jumps over, and they're going to mark him down to the 19-yard line.
It's a nice gain on
so about 5 yards.
Yeah, athletic play. Yeah, Bluford's looking good, Mr. Shine.
Yeah. I mean, we've got to give him a little time to get used to it. I mean, we were so spoiled the last 2 years of Caden, first guy hitting Caden, that's just the opening offer. Right? I mean,
before we start negotiating.
Yeah.
Second down and 5 for the Riders from the 19-yard line.
But Bluford may be faster
I
than
think he
Caden.
is, just in a straightaway.
Bluford for the carry again, testing that middle, trying to go somewhere. Maybe a yard. Actually, they're going to mark it no gain.
Nope, no gain.
Yep, third down.
Yeah, he's just right there on the 20-yard line.
Keep pushing and keep testing right middle. You're going to wear somebody out.
Yeah, and it's the hardest place to run.
Right.
I think we may have him on speed around the outside, but that's a change-up pitch at best. You're right. You want to keep working.
But Coach, he wants us to be able to run between the tackles. I mean, that's something that we had a lot of explosive plays, but we've had a lot of explosive plays by running between the tackles. And we have 3 new offensive linemen this year, so
Johnson and Barnes on the left. The ball goes to Timothy Johnson, who catches the ball around the 5-yard line and is tackled inside the 5 for a big first down for the Riders, and it'll be 1st and goal and short.
RPO slant.
That's
the bread and butter today.
First down, and they're in the State Farm red zone, and things are going well.
Yep, that's the bread and butter in a lot of these offenses these days. RPO, and you hit the slant, and it was.
All right, inside the 5, 1st and goal. The give is a fake to Bluford, and then Bellin's going to keep it, but the defenders are not fooled by that. They grab Bellin and tackle him, sling him down for a loss, but they officially marked the line of scrimmage at the 9-yard line.
Good defense that time from a unit that has really struggled.
And they got to be pumped up about that. 2nd goal from the 9 after being 3 yards away from the end zone.
Oh, here comes
Bellin signaling to this receiver to the right.
Go post and throw a slant.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it goes to the corner.
To the corner of the end zone.
Out of bounds.
Caught, but out of bounds.
Oh, man. If it ran a slant, it would have been a pitch and catch. So that's what I thought he was doing. I thought he was pushing him out to get that distance. And you run that slant, just get inside that cornerback, and it would have been an easy 6. But they said they throw the fade to the corner of the end zone, which I'm not sure why you would want your receiver to get further out. You're lessening the amount of space you have.
All right, so 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line. Bellin, fake to Bluford, turns and throws again, looking for a man.
Oh, that was a bullet, and that's a touchdown, baby.
And it is a touchdown.
Got it.
Yep.
That was just a bullet.
Yeah, that's showed a little bit of the arm
Johnson.
strength on the long shots, but that was just a very good example of what he can do with speed. And they do not line up for extra point. They line up quick for the 2-point conversion, and it's good to Bluford. So how about that? A 2-yard touchdown pass, a 2-yard extra point run, and that's 8 points more on the board, 25-0. And we'll be back here for the second half of the second quarter here on NetSN.
Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a 3rd generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's.
Portacool. Peak cooling. Intelligent control.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Folks, welcome back to the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. Now we're starting to get it up there. Will Lucas will be proud. He's getting his money's worth again tonight.
Yet again, Shelby Savings Bank brings you our kickoffs. And not just here. They're bringing you the kickoffs in Waukegan and all across the Piney Woods area as well.
Yep.
Larry Pierce has got Shelby Savings Bank kickoffs. Thank you, Shelby Savings.
6:02 in the second quarter. Riders lead now 25-0 after a really nice touchdown pass and a 2-point conversion that happened really quickly. So, Shelby Savings Bank kickoff for the Riders from Huichapa. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line from right to left. It's a nice, simple kickoff, end over end, fielded by Jacksonville at the 10. The return is up to the 30,
he got a hole.
40. And Dials, the quarterback, returns it all the way up to the 46-yard line for a really nice return, 36-yard return for Jacksonville. Any kind of spark to get their offense going, and perhaps that will fire them up.
And that's the second time that special teams for Jacksonville has worked.
Yeah.
But the first time they had to bring it back.
Right.
That time they got to keep the result. So good for them.
So 1st and 10 for the Jacksonville Indians from their own 46-yard line, 4 yards short of midfield. Operating out of the shotgun, number 8, Dials. Running back standing next to him. Snap, handoff, going up the middle, and the Riders come in and popped right quick. Perhaps a 1-yard gain. I'm going to see where they mark it.
No, he
Hard for me to
bounced
tell
off.
from
I
here.
think he ended up getting like 4 or 5.
Well, and he ended up falling forward to up to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, he
actually one more over to the 49.
Yeah, he ping-ponged off that hit. That was a solid smack. But to give that running back credit for Jacksonville, what is that, number 2? Was that who was in there?
Yes.
Yeah, he was able to break that tackle and make a nice gain on first down.
5 yards. 2nd down and 5. Hit initially.
Not this time,
that time
baby.
Slung around just before he got back.
Number 21, Cody
Atkinson
Ill-Intentions Atkinson with the stop.
3rd down. Actually got a yard on that play.
Did he hurt that guy's feelings?
Oh, I think he did.
3rd down and 4.
He intended to.
He had bad intentions.
All right, 3rd down and 4 for the Indians in Rider territory. Quick snap, quick pass.
There it is. That's a touchdown.
And a pick. Number 4 by the Riders, Gage with Green. Watch that very closely.
They need to stop running that hitch pass. It ain't working.
It ain't working.
Touchdown, Riders.
And it happened so fast, it fooled Reginald. Our robot had no idea what happened. He was looking for the ball. Didn't fool Zach. Thank you, Zach. Great defensive pick 6 for the Rough Riders. And who'd you say that was? Vadreen?
Vadreen, yeah.
Gage Vadreen, number 4, comes in and grabs it out of the air and just stuns the receiver running right in front of him.
Another junior, right? We know him from baseball.
Yeah, that's right.
4.5 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter, and the Riders have scored again on a turnover.
How about that cowboy hat? If you get a turnover, you get to wear the cowboy hat.
And now, extra point attempt for the Riders. Chapa with a really nice kick, and it's good. So 30-0, Riders over Jacksonville. And you're tuned to Rough Rider Football here on NetSN.
Steve Tinkle at Center Tire Company knows time is money, and that's why when you pull into Center Tire Company, it's like a NASCAR pit stop. You tell them what you want, and they're on it fast. Whether you need a set of new tires for your car or truck, a flat fix, or just a tire rotation, you won't have to wait long at Center Tire Company. Name brand tires you know, hometown folks you trust. If it has tires, either they've got it or they can get it at Center Tire Company, 880 Hurst Street in Center.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck?
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make them shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
I don't know where.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winner, chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention. And that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center. Welcome back. It's the Will Lucas Shelby Savings Bank kickoff.
Man.
Again. Now it's starting to head up. I spoke too soon, didn't I, Wally?
Well,
4:29 to go here. Riders now up. Got to get it correct on the scoreboard. 32-0.
Here's a Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. Fair caught by the Indians at their own 30-yard line.
tell me about Center Tire, Mr. Payne. You've gotten probably a lot of tires purchased and repaired at Center Tire over the years.
Over the years, Center Tire Company has done a really nice job of whether you need one changed, you need one repaired. And now they're offering the same great service and a whole lot more.
Listen to this. I was in trial in Rusk, Texas, and I was driving in on Bowlesville Road, not where the blimp is kept.
Right.
And I got a flat tire.
Yep.
So I called up Jason Birch. Had somebody come pick me up. I called up Jason Birch. And then I called up Trey, and I said, hey, Trey, I got a flat tire, but I got to go to Rusk. He said, man, don't worry about it. Get up here.
That sounds like him.
And so I had left my car there. Birch came and got my car and took it to Trey. Trey put the tire on it. I got back to town and went and settled up with him.
How about that?
Oh, yeah.
All right, on first down for the Jacksonville Indians, they're going to run the ball, and the Riders say you're not going very far with it.
Who was that?
That'll be second down.
Who was
for
that? Who
Jacksonville.
was that?
He had bad intentions, Mr. Payne. He hurt that guy's feelings.
He hurt his feelings there.
Oh, wow.
Rider defense limits the gain to a couple of yards. It'll be second down and 8 for the Indians with 4 minutes to go here in the first half.
You know, you look at it with an untrained eye. The Riders are up 32-0 against a 4A Division I team. It looks good. Well, it's a struggling Division I team, but it is Division I just the same. The Rough Riders look awfully strong so far.
Ball on the 34-yard line for Jacksonville. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. Jacksonville takes their second timeout of the half.
Well, we'll take one as well before we go. Let me say thank you to the Forge, Danbert Collum at the Forge, man. If you're looking for a place to get better and get stronger, you go to the Forge and overlook the beautiful square while you get beautiful yourself. Thank you, Danbert Collum at the Forge. We'll be right back after this word.
Batters Law Firm is proud to be a third-generation law firm serving the injured people of East Texas since 1964. Batters has settled thousands of cases and paid out over $25 million to clients from settlements in the past 2 years. Visit one of their locations for your free, no-appointment consultation and let the Batters team implement their proven approach that incorporates treatment and recovery while maximizing settlements and payouts. Batters Law Firm, serving you in Nacogdoches, Lufkin Center, and Houston. Remember, when it matters, call Batters. 833-BATTERS. 833-BADDERS.
Just going back to the Atkins hit, that was what we call a form tackle.
Yes.
That's
the way you coach it. And he has been coached well.
After the timeout, Jacksonville comes back. Ball snap. They're going to fake the handoff. Quarterback's going to run with it. Rider defense meets him after a couple of yards. It'll be third down for the Indians. And actually, about a 4-yard pickup. Third down and 4.
Your heart kind of goes out to the Indians. You want to get something going. Maybe they don't score, but something to make it.
No. They can do that next week. They can have great games next week. I want a shutout.
I want a shutout too. I'd like to get a first down though.
Third down and 4 for Jacksonville. From the shotgun, there's a snap again. Quarterback's going to keep it. This time, nowhere to go with it. It'll be fourth down.
The Riders were not fooled in the slightest by nobody thought that he was going to hand the ball off there.
So on fourth down, punter comes in. He's going to stand around his 27-yard line.
Hey, just in case Bobby Watson wasn't listening during the pregame show, hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
We were sitting at Brookshire Brothers, and he told me that his kids taught him how to get on the NetSN Facebook. YouTube. And so, hello.
All right, here's the punt from Jacksonville. It's going to go out of bounds at the Rider 35-yard line, 36. So the Riders will have a couple of minutes here left in the first half to move about 65 yards.
So Washington, 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go before the Farmers State Bank halftime show,
where we will start off as quickly as Matt Gregory can get here with some analysis.
Yeah.
He's got to cross the whole field. Yeah, but we'll start with him, we hope. And then we'll have the inaugural performance this year of the Chaparrals and the Center High School Band, both brought to you by Bounds Insurance. And then we'll have the Borders Poultry Supply, up close and personal, third part of our Friday conversation with Coach Meeks. It's all on the Farmer State Bank halftime show.
First down and 10 for the Riders. Kind of a high snap, but Bellin brings it in. Now he scrambles and trying to get rid of it, but he keeps the ball, and he is sacked for a big loss back to the 25-yard line.
Big defensive play for Jacksonville. First sack of the ball game, really on either side.
About an 11-yard loss for the Riders. It'll be second down, and quarterbacks learn to get rid of balls.
He just didn't have time. I mean, that was a linebacker or an end that came in on him, and our running back was unable to even slow the guy down, and Bellin just had nowhere to go.
Second down and long, fake, and then throw. So bomb out looking for number 12 for the Riders, Jacarian Barnes. Incomplete, third down.
Have we seen any mid-range pass routes?
Yes. A couple of them.
Good.
We've seen the slants.
We have.
Those, good 8, 10, 7 yards.
Good.
So, yeah.
That's.
I've been impressed. That may be the surprising thing. I knew Bellin had a good arm, but, man, he's pretty accurate. I mean, there it was throwing in the double coverage. But, he seems to be really accurate in some of these close quarter.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left for the Riders. Handoff to Bluford is a low snap at the handoff, and Bluford trying to get his legs going and makes it back to the 25-yard line. And a little bit more. It's going to be third down and long, or fourth down and long for the Riders. The Rider, Huichapa, will come in to punt the ball away with 1:06 to go here in the first half. Huichapa standing at the 14-yard line.
Chapa is, again, another long line of soccer players out there kicking for us. We'll see.
Punting and kicking. It's the first time we've seen him punt.
Really good long snap. Ball bounces at the 46-yard line. Jacksonville's into the field. Riders are finally going to down it around the 35, and that's where the Indians will start.
Well, we've got some good camera work. We need to get him in a spot where kids don't jump up in his camera. Not the robot. He's no one wants to get in his way. But.
Well, the robot. This is his first time.
Yeah,
he's doing good.
He's doing fine.
Gentlemen, see. Well, robot, he can get better as the season goes on, I suspect.
Well, he better. I fired a lot of robots better than him in my time.
Flippy got fired from flipping burgers. But Reggie's got he's got some. His runway is long.
Yeah, well, you're right. He's inexperienced.
First down for Jacksonville after the punt, and handoff comes right. Running backs made a couple of moves and finally is brought out and bounds. The Jeremiah Ratcliffe and others on the stop for the Riders.
The problem
Still about a 3-yard pickup.
Well, the problem is he's having to make this huge athletic plays to get 3.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
they'll string that run out and just got 3 yards.
They don't have to run another play. I think they're going to go in at the half.
So as the clock winds down, Jacksonville looks like they're going to be satisfied to let it go to 0. And here at the end of the first half,
there you go.
32-0.
32-0. A good first half of work for this young Rough Rider team. Well done for the Rough Riders. I tell you what, when we come back, we will have for you the Farmer State Bank halftime show. We'll start with Rob choosing the Dairy Queen play of the half so far, and then we'll go to the East Texas Auto Motor halftime analysis with the Colonel if he gets here, and if it's not, then it'll be with Stephen Shires, the counselor.
That's right.
One way or the other, that's what we're going to do.
That's right. All right, here we go.
You're watching the Jacksonville Indians versus the Center Rough Riders, live from Rough Rider Field. Brought to you by Watlington Shire's Pierce Productions, part of the NetSN network on YouTube.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
A man who's hanging up his skates and putting his Olympic figure skating career behind him, your host, Rob Payne.
Skates are hung up. No more pirouettes on the ice.
You are finished.
No more triple axles.
That's it. But plenty of halftime shows and Rough Rider football games. Welcome to the Farmers State Bank halftime show live from the ranch. Plenty of excitement here in the ball game and plenty of excitement at halftime. You get to see bands perform and chaparrals and pep squads and just lots of reasons to be at a game live. And if you can't, well, tune in to NetSN and you'll get to see this entertainment as well. Glad you've joined us here at halftime. Riders lead 32-0 after a first half that started off most exciting. Mr. Shires, some of that excitement may lead us to our play of the half.
Yes.
What would you
our
say?
Our Dairy Queen play of the half. What would I say? First, I'd say I'm ready to go Dairy Queen.
Yes.
That's right.
You know, our youngest, Zach, loves banana splits.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It's hard to blame him.
No.
Yeah.
Go to Dairy Queen, and I mean, you get a dip cone. You get. How did I just go all out? Get a banana split.
I'd love a banana split if it weren't for the bananas.
Yeah.
Right. You like the split.
Split. Can I have a split?
It's called a sundae.
Okay, so Mr. Shires, I'm saying for the play of the game so far, I've got to pick that Barnes interception where he walked in front and grabbed the the Vidrine, Gage Vidrine interception where he ran in front of in the hitch pass, snatched it, and ran down the field.
Well, if it was up to me, it would be ill intentions form tackle. But yes, since you're the voice of the Rough Riders, I will accede to your suggestion, and we will go with Gabe Vidrine as he stepped in. But we have tons of choices.
We do because we've had the fumble. The defense caused a fumble. We've got the first interception of the game. I mean, we just
and the
a
big
lot to
passes and the two big touchdown passes.
Yeah, that's right. So there's a lot. That's nice that we have huge number of choices.
But I'm with you. In all seriousness, when I was thinking about that, I think the Gage Vidrine pick six is it.
Okay. That's our Dairy Queen play of the game so far. All right. Well, folks, let's take a break during our Farmers State Bank halftime show. We'll come back for more excitement. You're tuned right here on NetSN.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's what I need.
Father.
Ice cream.
Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they can all get something good. Dairy Queen. We take our cars for granted, but what happens when they won't start, or they won't run, or they won't turn off, or you get the lights on the dash that say something's wrong and you don't know what to do with it? East Texas Auto Care. It's on Tenaha Highway as you leave town on the left, and they can take care of everything. The trained technicians understand the complicated electronics as well as the engine itself. The Mendoza family would love to take care of you and your vehicle at East Texas Auto.
All right. Well, thank you, Rough Rider. It says Rough Rider pregame. That should be.
But let's want to go ahead and say thank you to the pregame sponsor.
Sponsors. Oh, I'm sorry.
Just remind everybody who that was in case you missed it.
Oh, the pregame sponsor?
Yeah.
That would be Wright Chrysler Automotive. That would be Zach's Tin Shop.
Yeah, yes, good.
And who else?
Hope Medical.
Oh, yeah, Hope Medical and JBA Financial.
And Campbell's Portable Buildings.
Yeah. And at some point, we're going to get the neutral zone going, and we'll be getting Center Motor Company in there.
Next week. And our sponsors bring you both Rough Rider and Piney Woods football live streams.
Yeah.
Joe's Car Spa, Watson & Sons Funeral Home, Portacool, and Batters Law Firm. All of that's going on in the air, in the cloud, as we bring you football from across Shelby County and beyond. Time for the Bowles Feed Blimp, which I'm controlling via remote control, and I'm just kind of stuck there over behind the practice facility. And therefore I'm the captain, but I'm sitting here, and we're going to need to get a real captain. This isn't working.
Yeah.
But for today, I'm it. So, in county games, Tenaha is trailing Elysian Fields at halftime, 23-6. Timpson, 21-8 over West Sabine at halftime. Shelbyville, similar score over Troop, 21-6.
Wait, I thought Shelbyville was picked to lose that game, right?
Well, I think they were. And Joaquin is certainly not going to beat Frankston, but they're leading 23-16 at halftime.
Oh, wow.
That's Larry's game. At the Piney Woods game of the week, Hemphill and Cooten's tied up at 6. And even though I don't really think this is accurate, it's 36-36, St. Augustine and Beckville. I have doubts that is actually what it is, but that's what the Dave Campbell Texas football says. Yeah, here in the Rough Riders district, Brownsboro, the bottom predicting finish. Brownsboro Bears trailing Quinlan Ford 14-0. Our game 32-0. Center over Jacksonville. The Henderson Lions and Athens Hornets. There's no report from there, and Bullard Maybank is 0-0 still in the second quarter. In fact, a lot of these are second quarter scores. Kaufman Lions, this is a halftime score, 22-6 over Rusk. And mid-second quarter, Kilgore was leading Carthage 7-2, but it may be different now. That was at 7:22.
Oh, look who's coming up. Here he comes. It's
right
the Colonel.
And perfectly on time. I'm going to hand him my headset and let y'all get after it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Colonel, Matt Gregory.
Well, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
Let me give you a salute. Looking so forward to having you part of the team this year.
Yeah, that's a long walk from over there back up here.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
There's some people in Michigan listening to this right now.
Right. Yeah. Who'd have thought that we'd have Michigan-type weather this evening?
It's about 5 degrees above that, but I'll take it.
Yeah, no kidding.
No beating sun.
That's exactly right. Well, let's just get right to it. We kind of thought that we wanted to jump out on Jacksonville, and we've seen it done to do that. There's a lot of good things that the coach is going to see on film, I think.
For sure. There's obviously, there's been some big plays. Looks like we're light years different last year to this year on defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Far more gap sound, playing our positions, being where we're supposed to be, making plays. It's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
And that's resulted in some points. It's forced some turnovers. It's created turnovers. And one of them went right back into the end zone. So.
Yeah. Well, I think also, it looks like Jacksonville's got a good running back and a pretty good-sized line, but we're not letting them.
Where we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
When everybody does what they're supposed to do, theoretically there shouldn't be anywhere to go.
That's right. That's how it's working.
That's how it's working. I don't think they got a first down till early in the second quarter.
Yeah, very few. Very few first downs. So that's welcome. On the offensive side, we've obviously scored on some big plays. I guess if there was a criticism, the running game is.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of run through in the running game.
Yeah.
Having a hard time getting, through the line of scrimmage and making a cut. And then a couple times when we do have some space to get out there, I just think a little more experience for Bluford.
Yeah.
And he starts seeing that stuff on tape, It's like they used to say, pack or sweep, run to green grass, run to daylight.
Yeah.
If he would do that on a few of those, there's a bigger play out there. So,
yeah.
But I'm not going to fault the kid because he is very focused. He is playing very hard.
Yeah.
And here's a couple of plays where he's getting 2 and 3 yards where there should have been a loss of 2 or 3. So
yeah, absolutely.
He's doing good. But, it's just like anything else. You do it a few times, you'll figure it out.
Yeah. Like I said, we were struggling to find something to nitpick.
Right.
32-0. It's hard to nitpick.
Right. It was 17-0 before we got down in our seats,
Yeah, exactly.
We're even set the chains.
So let's talk about that. You're on the chain gang,
at
least for a home game. So how was that?
That's, as a conversation with my wife before the game, she said, you're going to be all right down there, and unfortunately, it's a family trait that we're a little hard on officials. So
yes.
I've made a pledge to myself and my son and Coach Meeks that I would not be critical of officiating. Tonight hasn't been a test of that because there hadn't been a whole lot of laundry thrown. But I thrive. Our conversation boiled down to is I thrive and focus better when there's chaos around me. So I do better on the sideline.
Yes. Do you remember? One of my favorite stories to tell. Is that when we were playing Gladewater, when you had left the coaching and were in administration, and we were up there, is in Gladewater, and KP, who now is assistant coach, runs the football in, and he goes in, he scores, he crosses the goal line, and the ball comes out, and they claimed that he fumbled the ball before. And then I hear in the back behind me, I hear,
I almost got thrown out of that game.
Well, the official looked at me, and he puts his hand on his flag.
He did.
And I'm like, it wasn't me, sir. It wasn't me.
I'm laughing out of it's a nervous laugh. I'm glad I didn't. That would have been bad for the principal to get kicked out. But obviously, I didn't agree with that call. And, and it's not so much that I didn't agree with it. I feel like that shorts the kids when we make that bad a call. And those kids have put a lot of work into it. On both sides, and there's a lot on the line for them, and for somebody to just make a judgment call that, in my opinion, clearly seemed wrong.
Yes, we were right there, right on top of it.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Well, anyway, Colonel, it's great to have you here.
Thanks
Looking
for having
forward
me.
for the season.
Absolutely.
And I think we're going to get you doing stuff in away games, too, so it's going to be fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me, too. So, folks, that's our East Texas Automotive halftime analysis with the Colonel, and we'll come back with the Center High School marching bands. They're getting ready to go out. You're listening and watching on Net SN. It's the Center Rough Riders up 32-0.
Chef's Barbecue and Center is open Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 to 5, and Saturdays, 10:30 to 2. Now, you can call in your order to Chef's Barbecue. You can come through the drive-thru or bring the family down for a nice family dining experience for barbecue so good.
No, we're not going to say that.
All right. Come on down to Center and enjoy some great barbecue at Chef's. How's that?
That's good, thank you.
Barbecue so good it make you want to slap your mama.
Boy, that's not on the script. I told you don't be saying that.
All right, folks, here we go. The Center Rough Rider Marching Band is out on the field, and we're going to have the chaparrals.
Portacool with over 30 Portacool. Peak cooling, intelligent control.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years.
If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
All right, folks, welcome back. This is the Farmer State Bank halftime show. We see the Center High School band spreading out from the 10 all the way out to the 50. So 40-yard spread in an arrow formation. Tonight, the band is brought to you by Tatum Music, who brings us the bands during the playoffs. Let's see, the Grants been providing musical instruments to kids in East Texas for as long as I can remember. Folks, that's the Center High School marching band. The great opening night performance here. Their drill is well on its way. Great, huge sound by the band. We're brought to you by Tatum Music Supply. We want to hear from a couple of our sponsors, including Farmer State Bank, which brings us our halftime show.
The rich tradition of Farmer State Bank. In 1904, a handful of investors put up $25,000. From that initial investment, imagine the generations of lives that have been touched by Farmer State Bank.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American
no, I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm
Ice
a
cream
vegetarian.
cheeseburger. That's what I need.
Father.
Ice cream.
Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they can all get something good. Dairy Queen.
Oh, sorry about that, folks. We trying to get the camera adjusted here. Get that. So this is the Sweethearts of Shelby County, the Center High School Chaparrals. Have been in. That's brought to you by Bounds Insurance. On occasion, you'll need an unusual insurance need, some kind of corporate bond, guardianships, estates, stuff like that. Kind of unique types of things. You go see Buster Bounds Insurance. He does regular insurance too, but Buster's my go-to guy when I need some sort of unique or different sort of insurance product. All right, folks, that's the Sweethearts of Shelby County Center High School Chaparrals. And brought to you this evening by Bounds Insurance and Bounds Entertainment or Video. Buster also does, if you have an event that you want to be recorded in a professional manner for eternity, go see Buster Bounds. He does a lot of everything. So, folks, this is the Farmer State Bank post-game, or sorry, not post-game show, the Farmer State halftime show here. Going to hear from a couple of our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Farmer State Bank halftime show. It's time now for us to go up close and personal with the third installment of Coach Meek's interview with Chris Wallington. Of course, it's brought to you by Borders Poultry Supply. If you have a poultry supply need, but also any sort of hardware need, you can go to Borders Poultry Supply, and you can be weighed on potentially by the voice of the Center of Rough Riders, Rob Payne. So here's Up Close and Personal with Coach Meeks.
Coach, thanks for being here at halftime. Your fourth year here in Center. When you arrived, your eighth grader, your oldest kid, was a foot shorter. And you've been here long enough now, and how is that part of it, just being home at Center?
Right, it's been really good. And each year, seeing the involvement grow back into the program. 4 years ago when we started, our program was in a bad spot. People had separated themselves from it. They didn't want to be associated with it. Kids, parents, community. And so it's taken a lot to get a foundation built, to get people back into being involved. And I think we're starting to get to that point now. The support has been great. People wanting to volunteer their time and help, and now just to be a part, I think says a lot for what we stand for. And so, excited about the upcoming season. I think we're making great strides, and it's a good day to be a Rough Rider.
Yeah.
So the last year and a half, a lot of that is really starting to happen. You see it now pregame with Rough Rider Alley, our season ticket sales, people showing up at other events, whether it's volleyball or baseball, softball. I mean, just everything. I know this is predominantly football, but just even from an athletic department standpoint, just the amount of support that it started to generate over the last probably 12 to 18 months is just, that's really helped see that what we stand for and what we're putting into the kids and what we preach every day is what the community wants, and they see the change in the kids. So, that helps a whole lot.
Well, it's been obvious from someone on the outside looking in, Coach. So congratulations on that, and thanks for your time this week one.
When you need supplies for your poultry farm, remember Borders Poultry Supply on Highway 87 South here in Center. The folks at Borders Poultry are ready to help you with parts for your brooders, chore time and rock cell feeders, and new drinker systems. Do you need a new incinerator? Are you ready for a new litter barn or compost shed? Do you need some updates on your poultry farm? Call 598-6297. Borders Poultry Supply, builders of quality poultry houses.
The rich tradition of Farmer State Bank. In 1904, a handful of investors put up $25,000. From that initial investment, imagine the generations of lives that have been touched by Farmer State Bank.
All right then.
The halftime celebration is over. Now it's time for the second half of Rough Rider football. And now, let's take you to the counselor, Stephen Shires.
All right, everybody, get ready for the second half. It's time for our Ray Jones Chevrolet keys to the second half. All right, so Rob, what do you think? What's the keys to the second half for the Rough Riders here?
So I think you stay the course and don't let down.
Yes.
So you're 32-0. You can kind of take the momentum back and say, okay, we got this. Especially younger, inexperienced players, you can have that mindset. Don't do that. Keep the pressure on and let's go.
That's exactly right. And you want to play hard and avoid injuries.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
avoid injuries.
Yeah, you don't let these guys get back in the ballgame because you know they're going to make that push to try to get back in. But you want to make something bad happen for them, and then
and at some point, it's probably going to be time to look at some other talent on the team.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. So here's the Chevy Savings Bank kickoff.
This is the first kickoff for the Jacksonville Indians. It's fielded by the Riders around the 20-yard line and returns up to the 30-yard line. So the Riders are ahead, and they kicked off the first of the game, so they've got the ball. 1st and 10 for the Riders from the 30.
Of course, we always like to see the offense come out, and matriculate down the field and put it in the end zone.
That's right. Quick strikes are fun to watch. However, let's put a sustained drive together. Good point.
So it's 1st down and 10.
T.J. Bellin comes out as the quarterback for the Center Rough Riders, and you've got the running back
Bluford,
number 32, Bluford for the Center Rough Riders. Standing behind Bellin. Bluford, fake to Bluford, throw. Ball is caught over on the far side of the field by Jeremiah Ratcliffe. Nice catch. And it's enough for the 1st down. A really great play by the Riders.
That's what we call a Ray Jones 1st down.
1st down Riders and about a 15-yard play. So it's nice to come out and do that. Let's just, like we said, Stephen, let's put together a sustainable drive. 1st down again for the Riders. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. This time a handoff to Bluford, and Bluford's got some room to run. And he gets up to midfield and just crosses the midfield. So about a 6-yard run for Bluford. It'll be 2nd down.
Good tackle there by Jacksonville. They were in his momentum. He thought he was about to hit that 2nd gear and maybe explode through that 2nd level, but the linebacker was able to bring him down.
And you notice that was a run to the outside and not up the middle. On 2nd down and 4, Bluford up the middle, but the defense is there. Number 60 comes in a hurry and says, no, sir. Calvin Boyd, a junior with Jacksonville.
Big number 60.
Yep.
Yeah, he slipped his block. That's going to be a 3rd down and third down and about 6?
3rd and 6. A loss of a couple, 3rd down and 6. Fake to Bluford. Bellin sets back and throws and looking for, almost has his receiver down around the 10-yard line, Ratcliffe, but it just unable to complete.
Man, oh man, he had him too. He
did. I mean, just right there, just another step. So, Riders will bring in the punt unit. And, sorry, that was intended for Johnson on the left side of the field. Timothy Johnson, who was a step away from snagging it. Punt unit comes in from the 36, actually kicking from the 39-yard line. A really nice punt. Bounces to the return man, who's hit once, and then the Riders tackle him and shut him down at the 25-yard line.
That's Atkinson out there. He doesn't get enough hitting on defense, so he plays special teams.
That's right. All right. With 10.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, Riders take the opening kickoff of the 2nd half. They get a little yardage and finally are shut down around the middle of the field, punt it back to Jacksonville, who will have their first possession of the 2nd half. 32-0, Riders lead. 10:34 on the clock here in the 3rd.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Jacksonville's going to want to get down and score a touchdown and, get some momentum, and the Riders want to, get them off the field one way or the other.
Let's see what kind of adjustments they've made at halftime. Handoff coming up the middle, and once again, the Riders' interior there in the middle is pretty stingy as well.
It's like number 4, Vidrine comes up and makes the stop after, about a 2-yard gain.
I think they're going to give him one more, give him 3. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. Jacksonville 2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard run, and the Rider defense shut them down in the middle. Jacksonville breaks the huddle. Receiver 1 on each side with 1 back. Put a man in motion in the middle. Handoff again, coming left, coming right, now coming right again. Got his legs under him to the 40, to the 50, to the Rider territory. Hit and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A really nice run by the Jacksonville Indians, and might be a little spark for their offense. We'll see if they're able to sustain it.
Yeah, looks like we had it bottled up there, but that running back is a fine back, and he's able to get away. And then once he gets away, there's Chris Wallington. Look at that. Look at that handsome man. What's he doing?
Distant in the stands.
Yeah. Talking with somebody.
Jacksonville down to the Rider 36-yard line with a really nice run. An outside run. 1st down and 10. Dials, the quarterback. Handoff, looking to go in the middle. Trying to pick his hole, but nowhere to go. And Cody Atkinson comes in and stuffs him pretty good.
He hurt his feelings.
Again, there's some bruised feelings all over that Jacksonville sideline.
1-yard pickup for Jacksonville, 2nd down and 9. A decisive shutdown right there after a 1-yard pickup.
Yeah, Wallington, you missed. Jacksonville running back had a nice run for about 30 yards.
Yeah, 25, 26 yards.
That's the play of the half so far, huh? And the play of the game for Jacksonville.
Yeah. Well, we threw a bomb and it just went right through Johnson's hands. It would have been 1st and 10 about the 8.
2 receivers left, but the
it's a
ball.
fumble.
The ball is fumbled on the snap, and
I thought it was a fake play. I thought it was a fumble-rooski.
Well, Center thinks it was a fumble, and they think they've got the ball.
It was a fumble for sure.
And they got
it. So the Riders come up with the 2nd fumble recovery of the game. First one was early in the first quarter.
4th turnover?
Yes. But Wallington, how is that? I mean, that's just that's a recipe that you see over and over again on teams that are struggling. Puts a couple big plays together, and then you have a bad snap.
And it's something just almost like you can predict it. If teams that are struggling as badly as Jacksonville is, when they do something good, you just kind of go, okay, what's bad, fix it to happen. And we have done some years where that was the Rough Riders. I'm not sure that Jacksonville and their fans are quite used to this. That's not normal for the Indians, but it has been their MO the last year and certainly tonight.
Rider fumble recovery around the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Snap to Bellin. Bluford coming right on the outside. And looks like here in the second half, they really like these outside runs.
Yeah.
In the first half, they weren't having much success in the middle.
I think we're gonna get 15 more on that one.
Right, there was a tackling indiscretion that time.
Flag on the play on the way over on the far side of the field.
I wouldn't have seen it except for I was watching the excellent camera work of Zach Jebson, who had that zeroed in, and I saw the flag fall.
Mr. Whitehead going to talk to us.
There you go. So you go out and you make a great tackle. After the fumble, a great tackle, but you tackle him with your hand on his face mask, and they are now that team you're trying to beat is across the 50-yard line. It's just that been that kind of night for the Indians.
Always good to hear from our listeners. Just got a text message from Clint Porterfield. And it's
always
good to one of our ones that's a faithful listener, and good to hear from you.
Yeah, shame on us for not getting a shout out to the Porterfields because they don't miss us. They don't miss it.
Clint may be our oldest concurrent fan. I mean, as far as been listening all the time since way back in the AM radio days. Thanks very much, Mr. Porterfield. on that first down carry after the penalty, almost 5 yards, second and a long 5.
Second down for the Riders, and they're sticking with running the ball. Bluford hits the line that time and is pushed backwards, and number 16 decides to take him down. Jordan Dorsey for the Indians. So it brings up a third down for the Riders. Third down and about 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big loss. Important play for the Indians. Not so vital for the Rough Riders, but still one you want to see to try to get that Ray Jones first down.
And these third and long. Good to see if you can pick something up like this. So the fake to the run. Bellin rolls right, looking down the field, trying to find something. They're going to scramble and run, but then the corner is shut down, and so he has to scramble out of bounds. Fourth down, and it's all right.
Where did he go out of bounds? How many yards did he pick up?
Let's go with 4
Couple.
7.
Just, okay.
So it's going to be, we're going to bring the punt unit in. It's fourth down and 6 or 7, so, go ahead and punt the ball.
All right. If he
Pedal back deep and depend on your defense.
If he gets 2 or 3 more steps, I think they go for it.
Right.
But 4th and 7, no reason to tempt fate.
But at some point, you're going to check your fourth down unit. Here the punter comes in, standing at his 44-yard line. Nice snap. Some really good long snaps tonight. End over end punt.
Whistle.
And it's whistled dead, so we'll check that. It'll be an offsides penalty, something like that, or a false start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, we were lined up wrong, so backs us up 5 yards. Here we go again.
Misaligned. Somebody was lined up too far.
Yep.
They were crowding the neutral zone.
7:20 here in the third quarter. Riders lead 32-0.
Right, in the neutral zone, we'll have a neutral zone next week, Wally?
I think we're going to have a neutral zone. That's where we talk to the players in the neutral zone, brought to you by Center Motor Company.
They're all right. Well, that's right. So it's
5-yard penalty. All right, punter standing around the 40-yard line. Another good snap, another good punt, end over end. Man has to run up and scoop it up, not what he was intending, and so limits his return to nothing. And so the Indians will have the ball around between the 20 and 25.
A big thank you goes out to Mooney's Emporium.
Oh, yeah.
What was the last thing you purchased from Mooney's Emporium?
The last thing I purchased from Mooney's Emporium, there's so much. I think I bought, the last thing I got was some mix to make a bread pudding muffins.
Bread pudding muffin mix?
Yeah, it was really good.
They have that at Mooney's Emporium?
They do.
Sound pretty good, bread pudding muffin mix. Yeah.
Good selection of seasonings, cooking seasonings.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a good selection of those.
Okay. For the food and the seasoning, it's Mooney's Emporium all year long, bringing you Rough Rider sports.
First and 10 for Jacksonville. Teed up at the 21-yard line. Going to be a handoff. They're coming around the right-hand side. Get up to the 24-yard line, about a 3-yard pickup.
You know, I'm not a huge fan of the offensive philosophy of Jacksonville. I mean, they line up in the spread, and then they do a lot of, it's almost a little bit misdirection, but the running backs, they run horizontally before they go. And you just don't get any momentum. They've got a big old running back. I mean, give him the football running forward when he hits the line of scrimmage.
A couple of the backs standing on either side of the quarterback for Jacksonville. Handoff coming up the middle. Riders wrap him up, but still get yardage out of that. Jacksonville moves the ball again. It'll be third down, but third and about 3.
And that's kind of what you're talking about. That wasn't a spectacular-looking play, but they got 4 yards out of it. And just quick, hit the hole quick, move forward. A stoppage on the field.
I've got a little timeout on play. Let's hear from our NetSN app. You can still get, I mean, if you don't have the app, you need to get it.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And one of our new sponsors this year during game time is Center Tire Company. You know, it's for 60-something years. Steve Tinkle or his people were Center Tire, and now for about 2 months now, it's Trey Burns, the Burns family. And I tell you what, he has made a good first impression. He's already gone out of his way for you, and he'll do the same thing.
If you missed it when the first time I told a story, I was kind of in a jam, and I called him up, and he just said, "Yeah, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of you." And he just took care of me, and it was great. I mean,
yeah, had to go out of his way to do it, though. It wasn't business as usual, and I appreciate that. That's Center Tire bringing you Rough Rider football and volleyball and tennis all fall long.
3rd and 2. Now they had to put a man in motion. All right, out of the shotgun. And the quarterback's going to keep it and has the 2 yards and enough for the first down.
He needed 2 and got 2 and a foot.
Yeah, not a whole lot more, but they get the first down, one of the few they've had today.
Gage Vadrine comes out with the ball saying, "Hey, I got the ball."
Yeah, I think he got it a little after he hit the ground.
After he went down, yeah. So first down for Cleveland from the 34-yard line.
Coach Meeks talked about how the attitude of this defense now that's aged and matured a little bit is not, let's not give up a score. It's let's not give up a first down.
Yeah.
He says that kind of.
Yeah, they get upset when they give up a first down.
That kind of mentality, he says, it goes a long way.
Are we popping a pepper in the second half?
No, hadn't yet.
All right, hand off. And with a nice little run from Jacksonville.
Looked like it was going to be a lot longer than that. But
and the Rider defense closed in.
Did you see who made that stop? It kind of
a
surprise stop. Yeah, I don't know.
6-yard run, 2nd down and 4 for Jacksonville from the 40-yard line. 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Riders lead 32-0, Chris.
Yeah, that was the halftime score, and both teams have had the ball now. This is Jacksonville's first possession. They really need to make something of it if they want to get into the game.
2nd down and 4. Quarterback's going to keep it again, but a really good penetration by number 13 for the Riders.
Number 13.
Kevin Robinson.
Okay,
Jakevian Robinson.
Yeah.
And so, actually, it's Jakevin Robinson.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a.
Yeah, Tiki's still around. He was so active in the program for so long. It's like I'm trying to remember. I think Tiki's got one more year, but I bet you he's related.
Bound to be. But new names. You know, we got used to calling the same names over and over for a long time. A young team matured last year.
3rd down and 5. Quarterback's going to keep it. Pass into the secondary and scrambling away, but caught from behind and tackled. And a nice tackle and nice stop.
Yeah, kind of a touchdown saving tackle. That's
I know,
number
and
6.
I'm getting his number.
But again, that's
number 6.
The second big play of the offensive play of the game for Jacksonville. None of them resulting in scores, but that's a big first down, getting close to the State Farm red zone.
Big stop with the Riders, Brandon Barnes. Chase him down behind.
Right.
Nicely done.
Meeks talked about Barnes's camp and what a good camp he had. And we're seeing evidence of that.
From the Rider 30-yard line, 1st and 10 after a big run from the quarterback. And this time the play is whistle dead.
Some sort of infraction. I don't think you ever
Isn't
say
it always?
You don't ever say infraction unless it's a football game.
Yeah.
Do you? Has it ever come up at work?
Two or
sorry
three
about that. Infraction.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times a day. I mean, it's real common. Real common.
Yeah. I'm going to use that next trial I do. Folks, that was just a minor infraction.
5-yard penalty brings up 1st down and 15.
It's like in a football when you get a false start. It's just a 5-yard penalty.
It's just
Jacksonville on the 35-yard line. And the ball goes over the head of the quarterback, and the Riders are scrambling to cover it up.
They just can't pick it up. That's because number 14 is so tall he couldn't get down to pick it up. Just too far to go to pick
Did
it up.
Jacksonville fall on it? Jacksonville. There's no way. There were 4 Rough Riders and no
Couldn't
Indians,
get my
and they couldn't
binoculars
get-
up fast enough to see. It's way on the other side of the field who fell on it, but
that's still.
Cleveland recovers. However, Cleveland. Jacksonville recovers.
You got the Cowboys on your mind already.
The Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
That's I respect.
Jacksonville recovers, but a big loss on them. And after the ball goes over the head, snap goes over the head of the quarterback.
What is that? 10.
34-yard line.
40.
Riders into the field.
I got 45.
Yeah, second
45 is what I got.
What's your play for that?
Second down and rather long, but a big handoff. And they're going to get most of it back and all of it back in one play.
Wow.
A huge handoff and run and a breakdown in coverage by the center defense, which is a rarity for tonight. And Jacksonville has a, 45-yard run?
And that's the thing. They had a 40.
They're still a bit short.
Are they?
Well, I'm not sure. The chain gang. Colonel needs to get on those guys and get them fixed.
So it was a 39-yard run.
It's going to be a 4th down.
And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Oh, 3rd down and 6, yeah.
So Jacksonville's got to feel good about getting all of that back. And with a quarterback keeper out to the left-hand side, I'm going to see where they mark him at the 20-yard line, and it looks enough for a first down.
Wow.
So after a huge loss on a botched snap, Jacksonville gets it back, which is a big deal for that team.
Yeah.
A good shot in the arm for that team tonight.
Yeah, the Riders just need, if they'd have fell on that fumble.
That's right. But if you are the Rough Rider coaching staff, you're a 32-0. I don't know if that's going to be the final score, but feeling pretty good about yourselves, huh, boys? Tell me how they converted 2nd and 45 in 2 plays. That'll be plenty for the coaches to get serious about.
First down, handoff. Defense has some really good penetration and shuts that down in a hurry.
Kept them from getting into the State Farm red zone.
Number 14 for the Riders, Jamarian Smith.
3-yard loss. Hey, I am plugging the phone in for a student. We have a little spot right. Whoops, that's the wrong end.
Sorry, nope.
And it didn't work out because we dropped her phone. But yeah, we are a full service.
Do we have any plugs left?
Yeah, we do right there.
All right, on second down.
Okay.
Oh, he gets
to
outside.
the right-hand side to the 10, to the 5, into the end zone.
And Watlington is falling down on his job.
But there's a flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was busy
holding against the Jacksonville Indians, and that holding call will bring that touchdown back.
Wouldn't you know it? First of all, rookie mistake. I was helping somebody with their phone instead of watching the game. Secondly, they get close to the end zone. They go into the end zone, but not holding penalty. It's just been that kind of day for Jacksonville. A chance to get on the board with a minute and 3 seconds, and now it's second down and more than 27
but
or
not
8.
45.
That's half what they had before.
Yeah.
But wow, what a huge disappointment for the Indians.
Second down, 23-24. And there's a timeout.
Timeout for the Rough Riders. I'm sure coaches are wanting to. Well, while they're taking timeout, let's hear from Blake. Blake Furniture brings us our Blake takes during baseball season.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to see why Blake Furniture is the top furniture company in East Texas. Get the lowest prices and discover our easy in-store financing and low payment plans. Plus, get the fastest delivery in East Texas. Get your credit pre-approved online at blakefurniture.com today.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the housewarming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
All right, so second down and a mile. No way they'll convert this, right, guys?
No way they could possibly convert it. But they had 2nd and 45 on the last series of downs. They got a 39-yard run and a 6.5-yard third down run. New set of downs. Now they're moving backwards again. After scoring a touchdown, a penalty brings them back.
2nd and 23. They've had success running the ball. That time, the defense was ready for it right in the middle. Shut it down, shut them back, moved them back. 4th down.
Yeah.
I believe that's going to be third.
I'm sorry, third down.
How much did they lose on that one?
They lost
2 or 3 yards?
3 yards.
So I got 3rd and 27. You know, we have not seen Jacksonville throw a pass beyond the line of scrimmage.
Nope,
they've either run the
that's right.
football or thrown those.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, third down for Jacksonville.
That's the only touchdown the Jacksonville quarterback has thrown tonight.
Quarterback wants to throw now, but the defender's in his face and almost picked off. Dangerous throw by the quarterback, but he was under some kind of pressure, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You probably go for it here, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I would think so.
I guess.
But what? Oh, they're going to have to worry about it. That's going to be a 1st and 10. Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer. Well, I didn't see that.
Jacksonville gets a break, and you know when that defender came in, it may have hit him in the face.
I see.
May have hit him in the face.
Well, that's about the first break that Jacksonville has enjoyed today.
All right, so after that, first down for Jacksonville at the 22-yard line. Quarterback has the ball, wants to throw, throwing into traffic. Ball falls away incomplete. Well defended. Several purple jerseys in the area. 2nd down and 10.
Got 1 second left.
One more play, and then we'll go up to the Bowles Feed Blimp for the 3rd quarter scoreboard. We'll hear about the county teams and the teams around the county. And by the way, the Beckville-St. Augustine game, that was a wrong score. We have the right one. It was not 36-36. It never was. I didn't think so.
I can't wait to see what the actual real score was.
It's not nearly as dramatic.
2nd down and 10, last play of the quarter. And handoff going left. Ball up to the 19-yard line. Quarter ends. 32-0, Riders lead. We'll start the 4th quarter here in a minute. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back in a second.
When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Batters Law Firm brings us the 3rd quarter scoreboard around the area near right here in the ranch.
What's that real score with Beckville and St. Augustine?
St. Augustine 12 at the midway through the 3rd quarter. Beckville 31-12. And it was 25-12 at halftime. So that's a little more like it. Timpson and West Sabine, they're playing a game, and the 3:31 left to go in that game. 39-22, Timpson leads the state champions. We've got a 2nd quarter score now. Garrison and Wascom, maybe they started late, but Wascom is leading the number 5 ranked Garrison Bulldogs by 1, 8-7. At least they were in the 2nd quarter. Shelbyville still with that 2nd quarter score, 21-6 over Troop. At halftime score, Rams were up by a touchdown over Frankston, and still a halftime score, Coonch over Hemphill. So not all the kind of scores you can really depend on because they're a little bit late, but that's all right. It's brought to you by Batters. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters, and Bowles Feed and the Bowles Feed Blimp, the beautiful blimp overhead. Bowles is the place where you go. During growing season, you know what to grow. You just go to the Bowles Feed porch and see what's out there. That's what it's time to grow. Bowles Feed brings you the blimp all season long for the Rough Riders.
We're going to hear, not now because we're about to get started, but at the next break, we're going to hear a spot for Happy Tales.
Yeah.
Which is a pet adoption
and we are
program that's going on. Yes.
In every one of our games, we're going to play a little bit. It's just kind of a public service for something that's very good, something we're proud to be a part of.
As we begin the 4th quarter, Third down for Jacksonville. Fake it. Quarterback rolls right, looking down the field, throwing. Ball lands in the area. There's nobody, no receivers there. Yeah. No white jersey. Plenty of purple, but no white.
That could have been a grounding because there was no. Oh.
Incomplete.
Let's go ahead and hear from the Happy Tails real fast right now.
Good time.
I think we got a second to do that. Welcome back here. You know who hadn't got their money's worth this quarter? Shelby Savings Bank. They hadn't been a lot of kicks this time.
That's true. This half there hadn't been but one. The one that started the half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Center is basically content with a 32-0 victory, but it's really been Jacksonville that's been threatening to score.
We've kind of just
they're going for it on fourth down. Jacksonville going for it just inside the 20 on fourth down. And looking to throw, scrambling under pressure. Quarterback throwing into the end zone. Has a man in a crossing pattern, but incomplete.
That's just not their strength.
No.
And the Riders will take over on downs.
And he was open enough to hit. He wasn't just wide open, but he was open enough, had the inside position, and the quarterback just couldn't quite.
But almost there.
Yeah, he was rolling left. It's a hard pass to make, but it's one that he would agree he needs to make. So Rough Riders are going to prevent the score by holding on downs and heading back left to right.
Riders looking to maintain a shutout game.
Yeah.
32-0 is our score as we begin the fourth quarter. Riders take over on downs at their own 19-yard line.
There are folks that listen to this live stream in your car. You're not necessarily watching. You shouldn't be. You should be driving. But Rough Riders here in this fourth quarter, as you look at your dashboard going left and right, as you look at your windshield in their purple home jerseys, purple and pants, and white shirts and pants, and blue trim for Jacksonville.
Pitch pass to Johnson. It's caught. Johnson streaking down the sideline and is forced out of bounds. It looked like to me around the 40. Yeah, close to it. But a nice hitch pass and first down for the Riders.
Rob, this Johnson fella, when you look at him, he doesn't look like the best athlete in your school. I mean, he certainly looks like an athlete, but that kind of speed and talent, it's kind of tricky.
So Bellin on second down wants to throw as well, scrambling with the ball. Now he decides to tuck it and run, and might have gotten back to the marker, maybe a yard. Second down and 9.
But he made a guy miss. He made a good open field play to get back to the line of scrimmage, and only lose
no,
that
a little short.
Yeah,
about a yard short. Lost a yard. Second and 11. Handoff, Bluford coming left, who is wrapped up quickly behind the line of scrimmage. Defense for Jacksonville hadn't given up.
Nope, and it looks like the Rough Rider offense kind of lost a little bit of intensity. You know, they don't look quite as crisp and sharp as they did in the first half, scoring those 32 points. Well, I say that. They scored 25 of them. 6 of those points scored on a defensive pick.
And 2 others came on a short field.
Right.
I'd like to see them throw that slant pass and, move the chains here.
All right, on third down, fake. Bellin turns to throw. It's going down the field.
He's got him wide open.
Down the field with it.
Oh, he's out of bounds.
Oh, he's out of bounds. Yep, out of bounds. Ratcliffe was out of bounds, but caught the ball, and well done. But just
look, excellent call by the official.
Yep,
he was right there. I'm gonna give him a. Come on, Riff.
Are you looking at the replay?
Come on, Riff, because this game has been well officiated. The officials get back into the swing of things.
That's
too.
True. This
has been just a well done game all around.
Right? They've let the kids play.
Yeah. I really like these guys. They really handled this game very efficiently.
You want to repeat what he just said?
Sideline warning for the Rough Riders. It was just a warning.
Yep. All right. So fourth down for the Riders after a tremendous pass, and receiver caught it. However, he was out of bounds.
Just young, not having awareness of where he was. I mean, because that was an easy pitch and catch.
One of those routes, I don't think he had to go out of bounds, did he? I mean, he wasn't out of bounds because he was having to go get the ball.
No, he just didn't know where he was.
On 4th down, Riders going to punt.
Obviously, Jacksonville running that 2 deep Tampa 2, and that's where you attack it.
Ball bounces to the punter. It's blocked. And the ball is on the ground, and Jacksonville scoops it up. And the tackle is made between the 5 and 10-yard line.
A special team error, and that they were talking about special teams was really the weak part of the two scrimmages.
So really good snaps all night long, especially long snaps.
True. Till the end.
Really good, and then that one it wasn't. It bounced to the punter, and he wasn't prepared for that. Did scoop it up, but by the time he tried to punt it, there was a defender back there, and it all fell apart
Well,
from there.
the shutout is in jeopardy.
It definitely is, and you remember our coach talking about some of the difficulty they had special teams during the scrimmages.
Yeah.
Makes sense though. It's the part of it's very important, but it's really the part of the game that it's kind of second string when you compare it to your primary offense and defense, and hard to get right.
But can be so important in swing games.
Absolutely.
Fumble. Riders going to get it right back.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Was that a bad
flag on the play? Flag comes out late.
Is it a bad exchange?
A late flag, I would say.
Okay.
That should be whoever is on it should be post play, because the play was over. But we'll see if the officials call it that way. It's going to be a bang deal. I'm afraid it's on the Rough Riders.
And I'm afraid somebody said something.
Oh no, I think it was after. It was.
Yes.
So it was after the play was over. Once again, I think the officials got the call exactly right.
So the Riders are able to capitalize on a fumble, ball coming loose. Defense could have been part of the cause of that. However, you had said right before the play that the shutout is in jeopardy. And, once again, the Riders gained possession of the ball on a fumble recovery.
Defense took care of that.
Right.
10 and a half minutes to go in the game. Riders lead 32-0.
So like that was Jacksonville shooting themselves in the foot.
Of course it was. Was it a bad exchange, or just, did the guy just drop it?
Looked like it was a bad exchange. Yeah.
Riders really need
to. I guess he just dropped it because it's shotgun, but it didn't look like a bad snap.
Riders really need to just march down the field. I mean, just 3 or 4 yards at a time.
Punctuation mark.
Uh-oh.
All right, so a complete pass who evaded 2 defenders, broke 2 tackles, and then came on out, Ratcliffe, and a flag comes in again. Flag comes in, a late flag at the end, and now the referees rush over to the Riders sidelines where the play ended.
People were just tired and hot, I guess.
And I was going to say earlier, this is a time to watch for cramps as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a really clean game. Not a whole lot of that stuff, and now all of a sudden we get two within 3 plays.
All right,
I think this is going to be against Jacksonville.
Let's see, Mr. Whitehat.
Well, it's not the place to pick a fight on the other team's sideline.
Unless you're a bad man.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, I have an idea. We're down 32-0. I'm going to go over on that other team where they're all wearing purple, and I'm going to shove somebody and cuss.
Yeah.
What do you think? That a good idea? That's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, we had we haven't had any of that tonight. Just all of a sudden.
Yep.
That's true. That's true.
Yep. And there's a certain amount of frustration out there for the Indians. They expected to do a little better than this. And then they got so close just a few minutes ago.
Right. Yeah.
So
here's a chance.
Yep.
And then on the very next play, with no defender in the area, they drop the ball and turn it back over. Yeah, it's got to be frustrating.
1st and 10 for the Riders. They have it at the 46-yard line after the unsportsmanlike penalty. 10-22 here in the 4th quarter. Bellin, quarterback, snap, takes it, fakes it, throws it, pitch pass, caught, almost picked off. And now after the yards after the catch, all the way almost to the 30-yard line.
He basically had that ball tipped to him or he tipped it to himself and then made a guy miss and took off to the races.
That was a big play one way or the other. That would have been a pick six, much like Verdreen's.
Yep.
Almost the same scenario.
First down for the Riders at the 31-yard line. Handoff. Bluford has it. Flag comes in, and Bluford jumps up like he's not down.
Well, he blew the
and he jumps up with a helmet off, too, but there is a flag down.
See the helmet on the guy. Hope the head into the helmet. That's going to be another 15. That was going to be a face mask.
Face mask, yeah.
But the Colonel made some good comments. I don't know if y'all heard. We talk about Bluford and how he's learning that there's been some. Again, our offensive line has got to solidify and get better because I mean they've gotten beat on some plays, but there's some other plays where as Bluford gets more experience, he's going to figure out I should zig where I zagged.
Yeah.
And make these yards.
He is figuring this out as he goes. You can only learn so much in practice. The experience part you can only do on the field. So yeah, I agree. He's had a good game, and it's the kind of experience that's going to lead, I hope, to great games in the future.
All right, and Jacksonville calls a timeout, which maybe they need just to cool off.
Yeah, maybe they do. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back here with the Rough Riders leading 32-0 in the fourth quarter.
The games have never been bigger this fall, and whether you're rooting for the Cowboys or Texans, or you hook 'em, gig 'em, or wreck 'em, don't you deserve to watch them in style? So just a reminder that Blake Furniture saves you money on everything you need to make these the best game watching days ever.
Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a third generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm. So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
All right, we're back, folks. And going to try to run up the middle, and there's nothing there.
Rob, this is a drive that's been very assisted by the Jacksonville Indians and their infractions.
Is it?
Yeah. The biggest plays have been the penalties.
Yep. Loss of 4, second down for the Riders. Nothing there. Fake throw and miscommunication on the play of what was supposed to happen. And the ball came down behind the intended receiver. Incomplete, third down.
Oh, Munoz, that was just tight end that was supposed to make that play.
We have a couple of tight ends that they're excited about being able to be playmakers as well as block makers, and that was the first time they've tried it. Didn't work.
And Coach Alex Munoz, we discovered that during the Coach Rick Meek show, live from the Pizzeria every Monday, this is his 17th year.
17 years.
How about that?
And he's coaching the fullbacks and tight ends.
Yeah, he's coached just about everybody.
Third down. Let's get this one taken care of here. Fake, roll right, throw, looking for the end zone, over the head of the intended receiver. Nobody there. Incomplete. Fourth down.
Yeah,
all right, so you're fourth down in the red zone.
Talk about miscommunication. There's nobody there, nobody home.
We're going to try a field goal? I believe we are.
Yeah, Wichapa comes in to attempt a field goal. Let's see.
Go ahead, make my
5,
day.
10, 15, 20, 25, 35 yards?
Yeah, okay.
All right, 35-yard field goal attempt. Belden's going to hold on the 25-yard line. And everybody stands up. And center says, hey, let's think about this a minute.
Well, let's visit right quick.
9:09 here in the fourth quarter, and Riders call their second timeout.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
You're watching the Jacksonville Indians versus the Center Rough Riders live from Rough Rider Field. Brought to you by Watlington Shire's Pierce Productions, part of the NetSN network on YouTube. McAdams Propane Company is your East Texas propane provider. Josh McAdams represents the third generation of a family that has kept clean, efficient propane running to the facilities and farms of the area, as well as to the outdoor kitchens that make life fun. They also have the supplies that make an outdoor kitchen possible. Aware of the community, they have provided a luncheon for the first responders of our area. From the beautiful outdoor kitchen to the important fuel that keeps the engines running, keep your engine running with McAdams Propane and Center.
All right, here we go. We're going to try again.
This will be a 35-yarder.
After the timeout, Wichapa comes in and
nope, just a little short.
Just a little bit short, because he's had some that it would have gone.
Yeah,
that one was a little bit short.
He didn't hit that right. I mean, he can kick it a lot farther than that, I guarantee. But no good, and that was really the only attempt at points in the second half for the Rough Riders that romped 32 points. It was 32-0 at halftime. With 9:04, it still is.
32-0.
Carthage, I hear the number up there, up 8-7.
8-7 was the halftime score. Yeah, they were 7-2, and now it's 8-7. That's a war. I don't know, pretty slow on Campbell website, but.
All right, first down.
You need to use the NetSN website.
After the missed field goal, the Indians take over at the 20-yard line, and they're going to run the ball to the right-hand side and have a push and a run and break some tackles. Riders are going to have to gang up on him, and they do, but at the middle of the field for a nice 30-yard
ball pops out.
Gain.
I think that's Rider football. Big fumble.
They're outgaining.
At the end of the run, the ball comes out. And the Rider, after a 30-yard run, the Rider defense causes a fumble and then recovers a fumble, and it's Riders' ball at midfield.
Yeah, the stats are going to look pretty gaudy. Jacksonville's outgaining all those kinds of first down collections and all. The offense hadn't been all that good, but even with all the gains, the defense just keeps coming up with turnovers. How many turnovers is that? I've lost count. 6, 7?
6 or 7. Probably I'd say 6. Rob, have you kept up with that?
No. Let's see.
We had 4 at halftime. And
then
So that's got to be 6. There's 2 here.
6.
Should be 7 after that one that we booted, that we should have picked up. Or
out of the end zone?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, the one that put them in second and 45 that they converted.
Looks like Rusk is going to drop their game to Kaufman. They were supposed to. Kaufman was picked to win 35-6, the fourth quarter score. I don't think Kaufman was picked by quite that many points. But
first down for the Riders after the fumble recovery, close to midfield. Snap, run, hand off to Bluford. Bluford has about 3 yards.
3 or 4. I mean, it was
4.
a nice little run.
Yeah, 4 yards.
He did get walloped, though. Welcome to Friday nights.
Yeah, right. This
like
is
you
the
said
way
earlier, if we can get everybody off the field without getting hurt, too. Second down and 6. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Bella in the shotgun. Handoff again to Bluford. That time, nowhere to go. Good penetration by the defense and a loss for the Riders.
Yeah.
That's what you call a bull rush.
They out-bulled the Cowboys on that time, on that one. The Rough Riders got bulled. That's pretty good right there. Hey, stick around. The Aurora Concepts post-game show is coming at you. We'll talk to Coach Meeks in the JBA Financial Coach Talk. We'll have our Center Motor Company player of the game. We'll pick our Dairy Queen play of the game, all coming up after the game.
Fake the run, throw the ball down the field. Oh, over the shoulder catch, touchdown Riders.
And go ahead and
Timothy Johnson.
Go for Timothy Johnson again. How about it?
Huge play. Here in the fourth quarter.
How many yards is that, Rob? There's a lot of yards.
It's going to be 52, 51. All right, so the Riders currently 38-0, pending an extra point after a 51-yard pass play to Timothy Johnson. Quarterback Bellin holding on the extra point attempt with Huichapa kicking from the 10-yard line. And flags come in, delay a game. I mean, I don't know if the Riders were looking for, they kept turning around looking like maybe they were hoping somebody would run in. I'm not sure.
Well, it's an unusual place to have penalty, really.
A delay a game. Like I said,
right.
They kept looking to the sideline. I'm not sure.
Well, that's okay. Gives him a chance. Now, this is a 25-yarder. He missed the 35-yarder. Low snap. Good kick, though.
No, it goes left.
Oh, okay, left. Hard to
yeah,
tell.
so extra point, no good. Riders stay at 38-0 Jacksonville. 7:32 here in the fourth quarter. You're tuned to Rider Football on KDET.
Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a third generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's. Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm.
Folks, welcome back. We get ready for Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. Again, we want to welcome our longtime listener, new sponsors, Watson and Sons Funeral Home, located there on
Bobby Watson, I'm sure, taking this all in and watching the Rough Riders put up an impressive show. 38-0, missed an extra point and a 35-yard field goal. Otherwise, things going pretty well on the scoring machine. Hey, a score worth mentioning, 14-8, Kilgore leads Carthage mid to late third quarter. So Kilgore making the Bulldogs, the perennial, I mean, Bulldogs come in number one in the state polls, making them work a little bit.
Was 8-7 or 8-7, but now it's 14-8. So we'll see with plenty of time left.
Shelby Savings Bank kickoff from the Riders, left to right, with 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Riders lead 38-0. Short end-over-end kick. It's going to go out of bounds, and that's a flag does come in for that. Got to keep it between the lines.
So forever, Chris Wallington, Aurora Concepts was our halftime sponsor.
Yes.
Now they have shifted and are now the post-game title sponsor for our post-game shows.
And lots of folks. It's my favorite part of the evening. I'll start running down here when we get about 2 minutes left of the game. Make sure that my phone will work and all that. And, by the way, here's the little thing.
All right, well, we need to plug it in.
Probably ought to put it in now and take this out. But anyway, I like to go down and talk to the coach and to our Center Motor Company Player of the Game, which we kind of need to talk about. And there are going to be some nominees for that. And, of course, T.J. Bellin got to be a relatively early nominee, and Timothy Johnson a nominee, and, of course, Atkinson on defense, certainly a nominee.
Right.
But a lot you guys get to decide that, and we'll talk to them during the Aurora Concepts post game.
All right, snap to Jacksonville. Run up the middle, hand off.
Like you said, walking in the second half, that Jacksonville has gotten some good yardage up the middle.
And once again, they got it up to the 40, 41-yard line. About 7-yard run, 2nd and 3.
Just hadn't been able to, really capitalize. They've been in the State Farm red zone several times, and penalties and turnovers.
They had very few first downs in the first half, but the second half,
yeah.
I mean, they've largely outplayed the Rough Riders.
All right, on 2nd down, quarterback has it, run again. First down yardage, just enough for the first down. Now push gets them a little more. Across the 45, up around to the 47, 48-yard line. First down, Jacksonville, close to midfield.
In fact, the Rough Riders have had maybe 1 or 2 first downs. I know that because I hadn't got to say first down.
Right.
They either the drive stops or they've had long passes for a touchdown.
Exactly.
They had several first downs on that one drive, but they were all after penalties, and so you don't really celebrate those. Face mask. That's a Ray Jones first down. Just doesn't feel right.
Right.
All right, first down for the Indians. Handoff up the middle again. They've had some really good success running up the middle. And they did once again. Looks like about a 5-yard pickup. 2nd down for Jacksonville.
Maybe even 6 yards.
In the world outside of football, it's Labor Day weekend.
There's a world outside of football?
Yeah.
Not this time of year.
Labor Day weekend, 3-day weekend for a lot of folks. Also, September 1st is Sunday. For some folks, that's significant. Opening day of dove season for the hunters out there.
Right.
Be sure you have your up-to-date hunting licenses and know your target. And be careful. Practice gun safety. Handoff on 2nd down and 5. Nice run by Jacksonville inside the 40-yard line for the Indians. And it's another first down and nice pickup by Jacksonville.
There's a game going on in Joaquin where our buddy Larry Pierce is. They're really getting after it. Joaquin 43, Frankston 37.
Oh, wow. Well, that may come down to the.
And Joaquin's not supposed to make the playoffs this year. They're supposed to come in dead last in their district.
Somebody forgot to tell them that.
Someone forgot to tell Joaquin. That's right.
First down, operating out of the shotgun. Dials with a snap, handoff.
Oh, they stacked that up
time.
Good. There's a purple
defense,
wall there.
Yep, stacks them up, pushes them back. Nowhere to go. Kind of defense we need on each play.
I heard that.
Good heads-up defense. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. Teams are really good. Both teams have been watching the play clock, and they don't just rush up to snap the ball. Their clock management, each team really trying to, I think, limit the number of plays and get off the field.
Yeah, at this point in the game, neither team should be in a hurry.
That's right. On 2nd down, handoff, keeping the ball on the ground. Defense comes in, makes a stop.
Good stop.
Uh-oh. Another after the play penalty here. But, yeah, the Riders just swallow up that run. It's going to be a loss of a couple.
We'll check the flag.
Coach Meeks is not going to be happy about
What
that.
was that? Could you
Unsportsmanlike conduct
Okay.
against the Riders, so a 15-yard penalty. So from the 41-yard line, they'll march it to the 26.
I was kind of looking forward to a battle of the bands. Jacksonville's band not quite as big as Center's, but it is every bit as decorated as Center's. Both military bands, but it's too early in the season. Really, neither of them had their whole drill.
First down, handoff for the number 2, for Jacksonville for sorry, I'm trying to read the name here. D.D. Morris. About a 5-yard pickup.
And they're continuing to work.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to win the game, but they've not stopped.
2nd down and 5 for Cleveland.
God,
I cannot. I got Indian on my mind for the Indians. 2nd down and 5 for the Indians. A 2-yard pickup on 2nd down becomes 3rd down and 3 with 3:10 here in the 4th quarter. Riders lead 38-0. We appreciate you tuning into the ball game tonight. Remember, following our broadcast, there is a post-game show, the Aurora Concepts post-game show, live right here.
Now
interviews with players and coach.
Now the contest is, can they score or can we keep the shutout?
Right, and they're right on the nose of the State Farm red zone. Ball on the 20. They got to get to between 17 and 18.
3rd down and 3 for the Indians. This time running back takes it, goes one way, comes back versus his field, comes around the left-hand side.
Lost a yard.
Could have lost 3. The Riders are trying to get a fumble.
Rider defense strings them along. Loss of a couple, 4th down.
Timeout on the official.
Timeout on the field.
Well, we'll talk about this with a little bit more completeness in post game, but Mr. Shires, what do you think about the new Center Rough Riders post Cash Cross in this first game?
I'm not sure yet. I mean, we're going to see. I mean, spring hell is spring hell, but then we'll be curious to see how this defense holds up against the Griffins.
Yeah, North DeSoto in 2 weeks.
Oh, fumble.
4th down, the exchange. The quarterback's going to keep it, and then the ball comes loose.
Yeah.
And quarterback for Jacksonville has to fall on it, but he able to fall on it. But on 4th down, the Riders will take over on downs.
It's crazy. Jacksonville, they look good.
Yeah.
They have moments, and then they do that, right? I mean, it's just.
And they have done that at the exact right time or wrong time. And so you're right. It kind of casts a question mark on a dominating 38-0 victory. I mean, it's a big school, Jacksonville, but they're down and they look like they were down. And every time they challenged us, they shot themselves in the foot. Now, Center made some plays in the first half.
No, we've made some huge plays, but there have been times when, this could be. I don't think it changes the game, but this could be a 38-17, 21.
Yeah, absolutely. And really in the second half, the big hits, the big plays hadn't been there from Center. And Jacksonville's moved the ball well between the 20s. Center had a missed field goal, and then they had a drive that was kept alive by a lot of penalties, but and that set up that field goal that we missed. And then the big touchdown pass to Timothy Johnson, the only scoring in the half.
Minute 49 to go in the game. Riders on 1st down. Keep it on the ground, handoff, come right straight ahead on.
And who is that? Is that still Bluford? I don't think so. I think that's a single-digit number. Can't really tell because his uniform's pulled up, but shirt's kind of rolled up. But 6 or 8, one.
Yeah, 6 or 8.
I'm fixing to head down to the field.
All right, do that.
That's number 8 for the Riders, Robinson.
All right.
Minute to go in the game on 2nd down and 2. Snap, give, hit, and driven back. Ball comes loose, and Jacksonville on a defensive play late in the game on a takeaway scores their first set of points for the game. The Riders pitching a shutout, but the ball comes loose. Jacksonville scampers in for their first points of the evening with 51 seconds here on the scoreboard.
All right, so with that, 51 seconds to go here in the ball game. What a way for Jacksonville to get on the board, Rob.
Yeah. Takeaway.
Hey, come on. Hey, come sit down right here.
All right.
Look, I got to do something here. Unplug that for that young lady, if you would, Rob Payne. I've been looking forward to this. Go and put this on.
Extra point attempt is good.
We're going to keep it here. So it's 7. It's 38-7. So we are joined here in the broadcast by KP Kyle Parks, one of mine, and I'm so happy you were home. I love you, man. I love you so much.
Hey, thank you, man. Love you out too, man. The whole community, everybody here.
Now, let's talk about this. What are you doing for on Friday nights? What's your job?
My job is to look at the fronts, make sure that our offensive line have a good idea of what the tendencies is from our fronts when it comes to slides or slants. Also linebackers, trying to see if our linebackers are hitting whichever gap, whether it's A gap, B gap, or C gap, and trying to find if they sending anybody off the edge.
Now, okay, so back in your time, we had, speaking of linebacker play, right, we had DeCory McGee.
Yes.
Now, he liked to hit. How do you compare number 21 to DeCory? They're kind of from the same mold, aren't they?
I think it's a great comparison. The speed is the difference, but the strength is there.
Yeah.
The strength is there. So I think he's a great piece to our defense.
Yeah.
He's great. He's a great player. I
So
think it'll be good.
Yeah, so we're going to have a Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. Tell us what you've been doing since you graduated from college. Where all have you gone, and how'd you end up back here?
Well, I went to one school, which is Wharton. We went down there. They had a program that needed rebuilt, and I think we did a good job. Went in and got their first 3 wins. And I wanted to get another opinion on coaching, and I wanted to get it from one of the best head coaches, athletic directors that I know personally, which is Coach Meeks.
Yes.
Given that my first year playing varsity, we went 2-8, and then he turned around and take us and go into a 10-3 season, and going 3 rounds deep in the playoff, and also throwing for 2,500 and passing for 1,500 in the same season. So I think it was great. It was great. He's a phenomenal leader.
And how's it been to be back home?
Being back home, home is always home.
Yeah.
It's very welcoming. I have had nothing but good things come from being home.
Right.
So, man, it's been amazing.
Well, good deal. Well, we look forward to talking to you some more as the season goes on, and I was so excited when I saw that you were coming back.
Oh yeah, man, I appreciate it. Well, I'm excited. We got a good win here. It's 38-7. If you're online, make sure you come out, support the Riders, do what you do. We're gonna do what we do.
All right, sounds good, man. You take care. We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks. That's Kyle Parks, 3-year starter for quarterback for the Rough Riders. I think he quarterbacked the best, one of the top 2-3 teams in modern Rough Rider history. I think that year that we went 3 deep, and I'm telling you, there's some guy in Gilmer who he wakes up in the middle of the night with sweats because Octavius just burned him again. All right, so Riders are going to take a knee.
So the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff from Jacksonville went out of bounds, and the Riders took over to the 30, had a 5-yard penalty, and now time is going to run out, and that's the end of the game, 38-7. Good to have Kyle Parks with us.
Yes.
And good to have you with us joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Even though the ball game is over, the broadcast is not. Stay tuned for the Aurora Concepts post-game show here on NetSN.
Wiggins Farms. They call them the watermelon family, but the product from their farm when the melon's just a baby, all the way through to the harvest to your table. It's the juiciest, best melons available. Wiggins Farms, hat not included.
Batters Law Firm is proud to be a third-generation law firm, serving the injured people of East Texas since 1964. Batters has settled thousands of cases and paid out over $25 million to clients from settlements in the past 2 years. Visit one of their locations for your free, no-appointment consultation and let the Batters team implement their proven approach that incorporates treatment and recovery while maximizing settlements and payouts. Batters Law Firm, serving you in Nacogdoches, Lufkin Center, and Houston. Remember, when it matters, call Batters.
Everybody, welcome back to the Aurora Concepts post-game show. Of course, it used to be the Wiggins Family Farms post-game show, but we heard from them as they are a post-game sponsor. But again, Aurora moved from the halftime show to the post-game show. Well, Rob, let's get a kind of a quick wrap-up here with the score and what happened in the second half.
38-7 is our final score, and the Riders were pitching a shutout till close to the end of the game, and it was kind of a quiet second half of the game. The first half was explosive and lots of turnovers and possession changes, but in the second half of the game, the third quarter was very quiet, and in the fourth quarter, the Riders scored on a huge 51-yard pass to Timothy Johnson, but missed the extra point, and then in the waning moments of the fourth quarter, Jacksonville causes a fumble, picks it up, and runs it in for their only score of the evening, which ruins the chances of the Riders pitching a shutout. 38-7 is how we get to our final score.
So, Wallington, are you there, Wallington?
How about something to smile about, Mr. Shires?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that real fast. Let me get that lined up here. Something to smile about. We will do that right now. All right, folks. Well, it's something to smile about time, and it's always good to get off to a win, regardless of how you get it, whether it's a blowout or a close one. You know, we've had both. Blowout wins, close wins, but here in the last 5-6 years, it's generally started out with a win, which is good.
And a team that came in, Jacksonville comes in trying to make something happen and something to prove here. And from the get-go in the first quarter, the Indians were shooting themselves in the foot, turnovers. And meanwhile, the Rider defense was causing those.
I mean, I guess. Well, turn Wallington down. That should be there right there. There we go. While he's lining up, folks. But anyway, and this is what we talked about. With Coach, this is what we wanted to see. We wanted to come out and get up on these guys and give them a big lead, and that's what we did. Now Jacksonville did, to their credit, they did not lay down.
No, they
fought to the bitter end. So
they did.
Coach, they've got to feel good about that. But see if Chris Wallington, looks like he's got Mr. Ill Intentions, Cody Atkinson, available to talk to. Maybe we're going to get him instead. We talked about Cody as one of our potential players of the game. But you got him, Wallington, so go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, sir. Well, Cody, we had you and we had Bellin as our players of the game. He had ice on his shoulder, I saw.
Yes, sir.
I said, if you talk to him, is he all right?
I haven't seen him.
He looked like he didn't want to talk to me, so we're just going to do you. It was a really good first half for you in the defense, wouldn't you think?
Yes, sir, it was.
Give me some of the highlights.
We just, no matter what came our way, we just never let down, never put our head down, just kept on fighting through.
You had some pretty devastating tackles. Was it feel good to get back in the flow of it?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for what the season holds.
It looks like it was still November 2023. You hadn't missed a step. So congratulations. I figure we'll be talking to you some more.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Wallington, before you send him away,
you,
Wallington.
Over here to our coach. Well, Coach, it was an odd – I mean, so many of them are odd. I don't guess there's a lot of normal, regular games, but this one was odd. A pretty dominant first half and sort of a stuck in neutral second half. Let's talk about the first half first. What were you excited about?
I think we came out and started in the right mindset. We came out and attacked. We did it in all three phases. We played well in special teams, explosives on offense, played very well on defense, and did exactly what we wanted to do to start the game. Now the rest of it is not up to standard by any means.
And it's 38-7, but you're going to have plenty to talk about on the improvement side next week as we get ready for Spring Hill.
Oh, absolutely. And defensively, we played great all the way through. They got put in some situations, whether it was a turnover or us not getting first downs, a block punt. I mean, they got put in situations where they still kept them out of the end zone. But the problems that we currently have to do with the way we're engaged in the game. Our sideline demeanor was not good. Didn't play well offensively or special teams the second half. We just got complacent. That's not okay. I mean, that goes against everything that we believe in. But the positive is those are easily fixed. Like, it's not anything schematically or player. I mean, we've got to just change our mindset when positive things happen. We got to move on to the next play. Like, we can't live in the past. It's over with. And so we'll get it fixed. A lot of guys getting their first varsity start tonight and playing on Friday nights. It's different, it's completely different. So mindset's a big deal, and we'll work on it, and we'll get those things corrected.
I guess if I was in my first varsity game and it looked like we were cruising to a victory against a bigger school and I was 16, I guess I can see that, but you're right. Got to fix that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's easy. Complacency is an easy thing and with teenagers now. Like, they just want to cruise by. It's not human nature to be uncomfortable. So you jump out onto a big lead, and it's easy just to kind of take a step back and let's just let the clock run out. But that goes against everything we believe in. That goes against everything that we coach during the week. And so it's, it'll be addressed.
Kyle Parks, did he coach at all today? I mean, did he do anything right today?
Absolutely.
First time I've seen him since he's come back. It was good to see him. Coach, enjoy your 3-day weekend. We'll talk to you Friday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. That is brought to you by John Black, the crew at JBA Financial. John Black was a coach himself, so he knows a thing or two about what it takes to get you ready for the big game. And for him, the big game is your financial life. You can trust JBA Financial. Well, I did 2 different times, y'all.
All right, Chris Wallington, you went away. Whatever you just did, you went away. There you are. You're back.
Yeah, I had my cheerleader ready to go, and then I told her twice. She said, "Yeah, I got you," and then she's gone. So no cheerleader talk today. That's very disappointing. I'll send it back up to you guys.
All right, folks, that's our JBA Financial Coach Talk. We'll hear from JBA. We'll also hear from Center Motor Company, which brings us our player of the game, and Gaddy Medical, which is our sponsors our cheerleader spotlight. We'll do all that. We'll come back with
it was locked
with season verses.
Smart lock.
With season verses right after this.
Thought you'd seen the last of the Ford Bronco? Well, you were wrong. Ford brought the Bronco back so they could put the S in SUV. Comfort and connectivity for the highway to get you there, and then the power you need for your off-road adventure. Run at the front of the herd. Saddle up a Bronco at Center Motor Company.
What sort of thing do you expect from a good coach like Rick Meeks? To prepare you, to make you ready for the game, to make sure that the good times outnumber the bad times, but that when bad times come, you can weather the storm. What do you expect from a good financial planner? Well, much the same thing, so that your family and you get across the finish line on top of the world. That's why JBA Financial sponsors our Coach Talk with Rick Meeks. JBA Financial and Rough Rider Football.
Gaddy's Medical Supply is your one-stop shop for all your medical supply needs.
Jack Allen, where's my ankle wrap stuff for my sore ankle?
Your ankle wrap or your Kinesio wrap?
The old guy wrap.
The ankle wrap. It's in the top bathroom drawer.
Okay, thanks.
If you are recovering from an illness or an injury, Gaddy's Medical Supply can offer you the support you'll need.
Jack Allen?
Yeah?
Where did I put the raised toilet seat?
Check behind the door.
Right.
From crutches to canes to chairs, Gaddy's Medical is there for you.
Behind which door?
The hall bathroom, Dad?
Okay.
Okay, take care of yourself or someone you love with Gaddy's Medical Supply.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Aurora Concepts post-game show. Still want to say halftime because that's what we did for so many years. The Aurora Concepts post-game show. Now it's time for us to play Season Versus, one of my favorite things to do. Chris Wallington, are you available? Can you hear us?
I am.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Season Versus. If we played Jacksonville Indians 10 times, what would our record be?
I'm going to go 9-1.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think. 9-1, maybe 10-0.
Yeah.
But it's too early to tell. 9-1. Yeah.
What do you think, Rob?
Well, I was going to say 8-2. I think the turnovers, you don't get them every game.
Well, that's true.
And this team, Jacksonville, was able to put it in the – I mean, not put it in the – for not the missed shots that they had some opportunities to score. And you don't have those missed opportunities every time. So I think Jacksonville may can win 2 of them.
Well, I do believe – I mean, we really didn't go down and earn one with one of the matriculation drives like we talked about. It was all either turnovers, short fields, or big plays.
That's it. That's why I say 8-2.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable interpretation.
Well, there you go. It's 9-1, we say. We want to say thank you to our year-long Rough Rider sponsors, Brookshire Brothers. Every game, it's Brookshire's, Ace Hardware of East Texas, and Covington Lumber, and also to our post-game sponsor, Aurora Concepts. We're glad to have them with us. Hey, Dairy Queen play of the game. Did y'all choose it while I was away?
No.
There was no good plays of the game.
In the second half, really?
I'm gonna pick the fumble return for a touchdown because that was just irony of many sorts, and it's going to give Coach Meeks something to chew on because
that was their play of the game, right? They were.
No, I think it's going to be our play of the game because it's going to give Meeks something to chew on their rear about.
For the first time ever, a nominee another team scores, and that's a nominee for our play of the game.
Well, they score, but the defense didn't give it up, so the defense still had a shutout.
Well,
but other than that, I mean, there was no play the big play. I mean, I don't know. There's no play in the second half that trumps what happened in the first.
Right.
Yeah, the 51-yard touchdown, but in the fourth quarter, but to Timothy Johnson. But if you're going to pick a play of the game, the Vidrine pick six, that still just stands out in my mind. How that happened, it just jumps out at me.
And good for Vidrine. We didn't call his name much last year. That was his, his hello coming out party.
I don't know. He was on the varsity last year. I mean, he's a junior.
Yeah, and called his name more in baseball. So get after it, Vidrine. Your Dairy Queen play of the game. If you were going to the Dairy Queen right now, Rob, what would you get?
Blizzard.
What kind of Blizzard?
Butterfinger or Heath Bar.
Always?
Always.
Those were the two?
Yep.
Thank you very much, Dairy Queen. We're going to hear from Aurora Concepts, and we'll be right back to close up the post-game show.
Nobody wants to be sick, but at least at Aurora Concepts, being sick is easy. From their spacious waiting room to their experienced and friendly staff, they care about you. They listen to you. They're here for you. From start to finish, that's the experience at Aurora.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the post-game show. Time to wrap things up. Now, Chris, next week the Riders have an out-of-town game.
Yes, we go to Spring Hill, and that's
to play the Panthers.
Not a big football program. It's going to be one we'll be heavily favored to win. So we're
big in tennis, aren't they?
Big in tennis.
Yeah.
Big in band.
Yeah.
Kind of the best band their size in the state, and our band takes issue with that. We're the biggest. They're the best. We want to be the best and biggest. So that's always
tremendous
fun.
baseball program.
And the baseball program has been awfully good. And
so that'll be next week, and we'll be right here on YouTube on NetSN. You be sure and tune in for that.
All right, about your final thoughts, Mr. Shires, if you have any that you hadn't already said.
We're 1-0.
1-0. Good enough.
Better than being 0-1.
Good enough.
That does it for the Aurora Concepts post-game show, and we'd like to thank our pregame and halftime guest, Coach Meeks, and we congratulate our Center Motor Company Player of the Game.
And that was our quarterback, T.J. Bellin, who just his shoulder was hurting, and I could tell he didn't really want to talk to us.
Tonight, our final score, the Center Rough Riders 38, Jacksonville 7. The Riders are 1-0 on the year as we move to week 2 next weekend, Spring Hill. Now, remember, Monday night, everyone, Stephen and Chris and Larry Pierce join them live at the pizzeria for the Rick Meeks Show, brought to you by Sabine State Bank at 7:30. And an hour before that, you can catch Larry Pierce for his Piney Woods Coaches Show from the Pizza Pizzeria. And now tonight for cameraman Zach Jebson, for the counselor Stephen Shires, and for Chris Watlington, this is Rob Payne saying bye for now.
We thank you for watching the Aurora Concepts postgame show. We have a big thanks to our postgame sponsors, Dairy Queen, Wyndham Family Dental, Wiggins Family Farms, Center Motor Company, JBA Financial, and Tammy Steptoe Realty. And of course, Aurora Concepts, who says, let us take care of you. Stay tuned for the Batters Law Firm Final Scoreboard live from the Bowles Feed Blimp. We'll see you next week. Until then, it's first down and 7 days to go.
Hello, everybody. It's the Batters scoreboard, final scoreboard, and we'll give you the scores we have as best we have them from our incomplete information. Kaufman beats Rusk 42-6. Bullard beats Maybank in a squeaker 7-6. Henderson was leading Athens, but at the beginning of the third quarter, 17-14. Quinlan Ford was beating, and I think it's a final 35-0 over Brownsboro. The one that we're all interested in, at third quarter, Kilgore was leading Carthage 14-8, but they've played, 8 more minutes since then. And here it is. With 2:51 to go, Kilgore is leading 20-15. Still 2:51 to go, at least as far as this score goes. So that is a thrilling opening stanza there. Kilgore versus Carthage, the Battle of the Bulldogs. In local scores, Elysian Fields takes Tenaha 51-20. Timpson wins their first game in their state championship defense, 39-22. Beckville beats St. Augustine 37-12. It was never 37-37. All the other scores, like Shelbyville was leading Troop, but that was a third quarter score, and so I apologize that we don't have the other score from the county. That's brought to you by Batters Law Firm. When your score matters, it's got to be Batters. Brought to you by Bowles Feed, up there in the Bowles Feed blimp for the first time. I was the captain by remote control. I wasn't in the blimp. I never have been able to do it from there, maybe one day. Thank you very much, Ken and Cecilia Bowles and Batters and all the rest of you for tonight's broadcast. 38-7 here in Center as Center beats Jacksonville. Talk to you next week.
The proceeding was a presentation of Watlington, Shires, and Pierce Productions. We hope you have an awesome and blessed night. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.